about now. See, it says we're live. It says we're live, anyone. Don't say the N-word or Susan will get angry.
Nuclear.
Indeed. Nuclear power. The only answer to the green question. And the red. Nuke more. Anyway, yes, we're back. We're playing D&D, and you know what? We got to my favorite place in the world. We got to Ballplay last week, and getting into Ballplay, as always, the first thing you do is you cut a deal. They got into a crossroads. They found the Blackdog Inn. They found a guy there called Seamus McCall. I nearly tried to read the word as it's spelt. Because I've spelt it the Irish way. Or actually not.
And how's that?
I actually not the Irish way. I've just exaggerated with the Irish way because the Irish spell things and pronounce things. Well, yeah. Should we just say differently? So yeah.
2 seconds, lads.
Now she wants 2 seconds. Go on then, Di.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Ez and for anybody else that might be watching and want to watch, because Ez had to leave early last week. We got to the pub, party got to the pub, and generally got chatting to a few people there. Found an old friend, good old Klaus, and was standing at the end of the bar. He seems to get everywhere, that guy. And he was talking to Seamus McCall. And Seamus turns out to be a bit of a demon, shall we say, when it comes to granting wishes. And a few deals were cut, a few souls were sold. The poor slaves that they had captured that had been run away were promptly sacrificed, and Atia got the information she wanted with regards the letter that they'd found recently, and Cecilia cut a deal with Seamus to add a pet to the party. So she now has a hellhound, and all it cost her was her soul. She does, however, have a bit of a proviso on that deal, in that if she can provide Seamus with 10 willing human souls, within a certain amount of time, then she gets to keep hers. So she's essentially gone into the Crossroads Demon business as a franchisee, if you will. He's basically a licensed salesperson for hell.
Not pyramid selling, it's multi-level marketing.
Indeed. You tell that to your boss, Michael the Angel. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed what you're up to.
Maybe you can cut him in on the deal.
I mean, maybe. He was bonking a succubus, if I remember. Oh, that's right, none of you saw that. The only person in the party that saw that's now dead. And of course, I completely forgot. We got a new character. Chief Feather on Dot has joined the party because Coatrack's old character committed suicide rather gloriously in the episode before that. So yeah, that's we're basically up to speed at this point. You are outside Ballplay. Ballplay is a town that is renowned for having extremely talented people in there, seemingly to do with this Seamus character who has been, trading people's skills for souls. So I'll leave it up to the party. What will you do? If I remember rightly, it's mid-afternoonish. When you're here, it's not the end of the day. You could possibly mosey on into town. I think people mosey in the 1700s. I believe it's the correct term. Forgive me if
we have made the terrible mistake of allowing Di to get her overpowered doggo at an early stage of the campaign, rather than stringing her along for the whole thing and never letting her get it.
Di's doggo, it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell Di that.
Di can't have it. She doesn't have a soul to sell.
Also, if Di gets rid of me, the dog goes too.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's better that Kiki has it from the start because Kiki just steals pets anyway.
Kiki, does that happen if you get rid of you?
Only
What
if
happens
my
if you
soul
poison
goes,
yourself and die? Does the dog stay around?
That's.
I mean, if I command the dog to guard me, then presumably.
Oh yeah,
It'll
let's
at least
make
carry me
assumptions
somewhere
about a
safe.
hellhound. I have a recommendation, Kiki. This is a bit out there. Okay, this is going to sound weird. Maybe don't kill yourself again.
It's alright. If he
Because
does,
otherwise
an owl will save her
be
life.
happy with you about getting rid of the dog. But it suddenly Trigger's completely silent, by the way. So I think I'm onto something here.
I'm not saying a word because you're absolutely right. There are certain features to having a hellhound and having a reaper and working for an angel that that might, shall we say, not quite gel with each other quite as well as you might hope.
What am I gonna do? What's the shtick for my character gonna be?
You're gonna not kill yourself, Kiki. just don't kill yourself.
Why is there a competition in number of deaths between Maximus and Cecilia?
Well, there isn't. I'm on 1, and it was executive.
that was quite the. I didn't actually want that to happen. It just rolled really, really, really high, and so it was a case of, oh well, guess you're dead.
Was it executive or bisecutive?
I mean, yeah, momentarily there were 2 Maximuses. Each of them then died.
Not quite sure
that
that's how it
one or
works.
two.
Trig, I have surrendered. I'm cutting the donut in half.
Oh my god!
You monster!
Is that some kind of euphemism?
It is euphemism for the donut that I was promised later is now half a donut that I will hopefully receive shortly, in case it becomes a third or something.
Hey, Uzalu. Would you like me to give you the other holster so you can double up your number of attacks per turn?
How many do we have?
How do you figure it doubles your?
2.
How do you figure it doubles your attacks per turn?
Well, I assume you can fire a pistol in each hand at the same time. The guys in the cave seem to be able to do it.
You can fire 2 pistols, yes.
And he gets 2 attacks a turn, so that should be 4 pistol shootings a turn, right?
Yeah, there's that potential, yes.
It might be. Wait, what?
But if he just had 2 pistols, he could. I mean, if you got two-handed fighting, etc. I think he.
But Uzalu doesn't get 4 attacks a turn. He only gets 2.
I don't have a second pistol, but that wouldn't be too difficult to fight.
Yeah, Uzalu only gets 2 attacks, though, right?
I do get an extra attack, yes, but I don't know if I can dual wield pistols. I don't know if there's some sort of skill I need for that.
You know, as if I had a holster, then I could just keep shooting until the holster runs out of ammo.
Well, talk to Uzalu.
Which is 3
I'm not
shots.
the purveyor of the holsters. You haven't given it to me yet. I only have 1.
You have 1, and I'm willing to give the other to someone because at the moment I'm better off just lightning gunning things than using a pistol.
How many of these holsters are there?
There were 2 at the moment. I can potentially make more. I am planning, if we go into town in this session, to sell the blueprints to one of the talented people and seeing if they can make us a few more.
With all due respect, I would rather play the game than be concerned about whether or not to do this.
Well,
I wouldn't use 2 anyway. I'm barely likely to use 1. Let's just get on with it.
If you've got 1 going spare, I'll happily take it. Because I use guns fairly liberally.
Well, since Uzalu doesn't really want his, you can take both of them.
Okay.
So, are you cutting any more deals in the pub? Are you staying in the pub for the night?
Yeah, we'll stay the night, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
So this is outside Ballplay, yes?
Yeah, it's about, half a mile outside Ballplay.
So we already have a pretty good idea of what we were supposed to find out here. We were supposed to find out why everyone in town suddenly has talents.
Yes.
We already have a pretty good idea of that because we found the guy here who's giving them talents. We even asked him about it, and he said, "Yeah, that was me."
Yes.
But for one thing, it's a town, so we should go anyway. We've been traveling for a long time. But I also still want to make sure that there isn't something else at play in Ballplay.
I mean, that's a good idea. Yes, this is you're basically at upper thigh at the present moment. Why don't you go all in and head on in?
Why are you making it about body parts all of a sudden, Trig? I thought that was a genuine American town name.
It is
Anyway,
a genuine American town name.
Yes, I know.
I've just named to the streets.
So do we stay in the place with Klaus Schwab and the devil, or do we go into town? I think maybe we go into town. Unless it's like midnight already.
No, it's about sort of 2 in the afternoon, I think, if I remember rightly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can head into town then.
Let's go.
Yes, let's head you into town in that case. Great. What?
No one's going to cut in with some sort of autism they need to do before we leave?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
No final. Oh, I just want to do an extra deal with the devil himself.
Okay, can we order a round of shots before we go?
No.
I recommended that we get on with the story, and then we did. What the hell's happening?
Right. Okay.
I tend to be in favor of that.
Oh, Klaus is here too, I see.
Oh wow,
Okay.
this line of sight stuff is heavily lagging my
I'm
browser.
so sorry.
Hello, Di. Trig, you're proud of yourself, aren't you? You're proud of the money you dumped into this service.
I need to fix it up, but actually it's looking good on some of them. There might be a few laggy issues. I'm not quite sure why it's causing
Just
those.
no one tell Trig that we can
Very
do this.
laggy on my end.
Just don't tell
What are
Trig
you
that we can
doing?
do that, okay?
Do what? You can. I know you can move
What
stuff
what
around.
are you doing?
I might have broken it. I didn't mean to. Nothing. Anyway,
Nothing at all.
so let's walk on into walking into some ball play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do me a perception roll. Let's see what you see when you get there.
Everyone?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, I just gotta wait for my character sheet to...
Not to worry, lads. I'll do the perceiving for us. You can all keep your eyes closed. Oh, I see you are.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's pretty much done it.
I'm too distracted by these potatoes.
Actually,
That's
Die.
Die.
I forgot to do this last episode, and I said I was going to, and I didn't. Could you roll me a Constitution check for me, please? I need you to beat. I need you to beat 12.
Is that for back pain because of the big titties?
It is for the morphine that she's been recently taking.
The wolf.
The morphine.
God damn it. Where's my
And then the drugs the day after the
There
morphine.
it is. Sorry, the thing is so laggy. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Let's.
I thought that was Die's roll. I was looking forward to the result.
So
Why
what,
Go on,
this
roll
one
a
so
one.
laggy? The last
this
one
is
wasn't,
the
was it?
Constitution save.
Yes, just a Constitution save. If you could beat 12, you'll be fine.
Die, click on the word. Oh, you got it.
You're fine.
Yeah, bro.
If you can beat another one tomorrow on the next day, you won't be sneaking the
Unless I
occasional
take more morphine,
occasional sip of morphine for recreational use. Right. Okay. So Maximus, with his keen hunter's eyes, has noticed a few things down here. That there is what seems to be an inventor's store, an inventor and tinkerer's store. And just on the left of where the chief, further on dot, is standing at the present moment, there is a blacksmith. doesn't seem to be a huge amount there. There's also music stores and various other things, but everything in the windows seems to be
Is
of
it
the.
meant to be all blacked out?
It is blacked out at the present moment. Yes, if you were to go into these stores, you would. Yeah, that's a blacksmith.
He's so proud of himself.
I'm
Shall we go into the music store?
I'm merely tinkering with
Mhm.
stuff.
No, fair enough. I doubt it's going to be necessary here, but it is a good place to experiment with the technology.
Yeah. This was the
So
first
that's
map
a
I've done with
blacksmith.
it.
What else have we got?
A bit further down, you have an inventors.
So I recommend that we just schmooze, as the expression goes,
Yeah.
and just
No,
ask
down
around
on
the
the
same
left.
questions that we reckon we already know the answers to. Why is everyone suddenly so talented? And maybe ask it somewhat subtly. Maybe
Mhm.
just ask if they know the
We already
ginger
know,
nut
though.
from the. Well, we don't. We've been told that's not the same as knowing. We don't know that was true. And it is our entire reason for being here, and we've been traveling for like months, I think. So best
this point,
to
yeah,
just
a month.
like at least ask one or two people.
Mhm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could go into the blacksmith. It looks like he has incredibly smart-looking things in the doorway. What even looks
Where
like
is the
some sort of
doorway
contraption. You know what?
Which square is the doorway? There it is.
There you are. Are you?
Yes.
I know you've heard this before, but is it in yet? Is he in that? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I can see where you've drawn the black lines.
No.
I wonder how many swastikas you've hidden in the darkness.
No.
That laugh tells me it's more than 0.
Would I do such a thing?
Yes. Hello, fine sir.
Okay, I'm gonna move Celia in there just because I'm using Kiki's account to actually stream. Right. So Maximus.
Will you move my character in? I'm having trouble moving him.
Sure.
Thank you.
Mine too, please.
Are you guys not able to move your characters?
I clicked on it
Can't,
and
it's
then
just
I had to
moving.
wait ages for the. Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be the morphine.
possibly. Possibly. Could also be. There's perhaps a few too many lines and light sources going off in it. I'll work things out.
My browser's performing fine, which is odd.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, mine's.
I'm not
fine.
even seeing high CPU usage. It might just be like a browser or do you have the requisite technology thing? What browser are you guys using that having trouble with?
I'm using Brave at the moment.
Yeah, you're both on Chromium-oriented ones. I'm on Firefox.
I mean,
If anyone
I'm
else is
on-
not having trouble with it, are you also on Firefox?
Yeah, I'm not having
I'm on
trouble. And
Brave.
I'm on Firefox and it's working
Hey,
fine.
finally I found a fellow Firefox chat.
Let me open Firefox.
Maybe the people that made this tuned it for Firefox.
Maybe
Possibly.
Firefox.
I mean, I'm
works
on
better.
Brave and it's fine.
Well, then there you go. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's an updated version or something.
Maybe it's
You
designed
can
not to work
compare
on
Brave
Chrome.
versions, or you could just get Firefox.
Just doesn't work with Chrome. Chrome's awful. That's probably it.
So, the blacksmith welcomes you in. You know, basically, welcome. You're not from around here, are you? I think I know just about everyone in the town. What can old Smithy do for you?
Oh, we're new in town. We're just touring the area. Met a really interesting bloke on the way in. Actually, owns a bar half a mile from here. He has a lot of good things to say about the town. I was wondering if you know him.
Oh, would that be Seamus you're talking about?
That sounds like him. Yeah.
Fine man. Wouldn't be the man I am today without his assistance. He's an entrepreneur. He helped pitch in a little bit of money to
really
help
interesting.
boost my business, and done wonders for the town.
Nice. Was it just the investment that helped, or did he do something else as well? Because I've heard that this town is an exemplar of everything it does. I mean, that's very impressive. I mean, whatever your secret is, I'm sure it would be very profitable if you were to share it.
Well, yes, but if everyone was all excellent, then no one would, wouldn't they? But I see your point. Yes, we do have a town
Excellent.
of absolutely, that excels in just about everything. As you can see here, I'm currently working on a few new interesting takes on a firearm or two. I saw something being built a little while ago. Came from design in Italy by a chap called Lorenzoni. And I thought I'd have a crack at making a few myself. And old Joe the inventor down the way has given me a hand, and we've come together to put together just a few quite interesting things. Take a look around the shop, or unless you want something, as I can make you something extra special, you know.
I'd like to have a look at what he's working on.
Certainly. What he's working on is it's a real gun. It really actually existed in the time. There's two, in fact. One is colloquially known as a harmonica gun, and the other one is the aforementioned Lorenzoni pistol. The Lorenzoni designed pistol is a flintlock pistol, but it is a lever action pistol that can hold up to 7 shots, and the powder for those 7 shots in the handle. And simply by pulling or taking the lever that runs down the length of the handle, round clockwise 180 degrees, that will load up a cylinder in the center, which will the ball and the powder charge will drop into, and then by cocking it back 180 degrees anti-clockwise, we'll load it into the chamber, pull back the flint, ready the pan and frizzen, and you're ready to go. It was an actual repeating pistol. Invented in well before the 1750s, and this guy is making his own versions of them.
I mean, that's a very interesting idea. It's not too dissimilar to something of my own I just recently came up with, and I will demonstrate to him my idea with the holster, in the idea that perhaps we can combine the two ideas together.
Let's see what you've done there. So you fire your pistol and you just slap it back in there, and it's
That's right.
it loads it up. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not bad.
Do you think we could combine the two ideas together?
I don't know if it combines exactly with what you've got going off here, because the perhaps it's possible.
Maybe I should talk to this inventor friend of yours.
Perhaps. But
we've got 32 looted pistols in there, I believe, that we can sell here.
We do. Do you want to do that?
Do we want to sell them or try and make a monstrosity out of them?
That's the thing. We could donate it to Ez and see what he can make out of all these pistols and parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe something.
Here begins the autistic optimizing.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, all. I'm back. How's everyone doing?
Fine.
Okay, so we're playing an RP now, and we're on stream.
Oh, I do apologize. Sorry.
That's all right.
You just scared him off.
Well, that was the point.
I mean, you could sit here and try and optimize stuff for ages and ages and ages, or you could just buy the pistols.
I mean, we're trying to figure. We have so much stuff. We're just.
And certainly, you do have a huge amount of junk.
It's your call. You're in charge of the bag of holding, Di.
Discuss it before immediately being shot down as useless and boring. But that's fine, I guess.
As I say, Di, you're in charge of bag of holding, so it's ultimately your call.
Well, like I said, is there do you want to make anything? Could you use these parts? You mentioned it. Like, do you want to sell half and take half?
I am certain I could probably do something with some of them. I haven't thought of anything yet.
Okay, why don't you take as much as you want, and whatever's left, we'll sell.
Yeah, okay. Let's say I keep 6 then.
All right. Kiki? Do you want to take 6 out of the bag of holding?
I can't carry them. My character's carry weight is like nothing.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
I'll keep them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
So
Okay, I will leave it at
take 6 out of what we have. Does anybody else want a pistol?
That leaves us with 20. That leaves us with 28 going for sale at the moment.
I'll take one, so I have 4.
Right.
No.
20, 26.
I want to have
So
4,
now
you know,
25.
for myself.
Yep.
Mhm.
You're
And
just gonna.
anyone else, if anyone else wants to speak up of having them, let it be known now.
Yeah. Otherwise, how much is he going to buy 25 pistols for?
25 pistols. You're just gonna dump 25 pistols onto his table.
Yeah. So do you think you could use these? And how much would you give us?
Well, let me have a look at them.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of them are in okay condition. Some of them look kind of well used, but I'm sure I can sell them on for you.
I'm sure a man of your caliber would
these-
find a way to figure out like what to do with
Get
these
it,
parts.
Caliber.
24.
And
Yeah,
get
these 20 are these 24 of them, by the way, are the masterwork ones. That not the masterwork ones, the excellent ones that were in top condition, had been maintained by the Diamond Dozen.
Well, they were in pretty good condition. Certainly
Mhm.
a used item, not brand new or anything like that. And yeah, I can see there's some scoring on it and so on. They're going to need a good service and polish up and so on and so forth. And then there's my good name I've got to attach to them. Do I want to sell something that it isn't up to my own master craftsman work?
Well, like I said, you could use them for parts.
You're absolutely right. I could use them for parts. I could melt them down and use them for iron. Sure, I could make a pretty decent horseshoe out of a few of these.
I mean, we can ask around and see what everyone else would be willing, if anyone else would have use for them.
It might even be worth holding on to them, considering this guy is seeing them as smelting material, whereas anywhere else that just makes standard pistols might see them as really good stuff, you know?
How many have you got there? 25?
Yeah.
I'll give you $100 for the lot. Tell you what, does anyone want to roll persuasion or see if you can try and bend his arm for a better deal?
Ooh,
Yeah, you know,
what's
100
people's
for the lot. We were buying these for most places are selling these for $50 each.
Who has the highest perception here?
Persuasion.
Persuasion, sorry.
I've got a +2.
Let me see.
I have a +5.
I've got a +6, but why are we why are we bothering? I'll do the roll if it's the best roll. But
Because $100 for all of those is like selling each of them for $5 when we were buying them for like 20, 50.
20-ish.
I
Don't
think
you
so,
mean
yeah.
4?
I'm trying to make this go as swiftly as possible.
I seem to remember the pistols were actually about 5 or so.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad then.
Let me just bring it up because I literally looked up how much pistols were in the 1700s because I'm a little bit on the Disney side with regards to this stuff.
That's not bad at all.
now that's dedication or autism. Or both.
I mean, it's a town episode full of shops. It's likely to be a bit of a shopping episode for
Do you know, Kiki, I think that's quite pessimistic of you. It doesn't have to be a
Yeah, I was
town
gonna
episode
say
full of shopping.
it wouldn't be if you didn't make it that.
It really doesn't have to be. There are stuff there that you can. There's a simple question you need to ask, or two. Let me dig up a picture of both the Lorenzoni. Because you know what, you guys should potentially think about it. It is an expensive pistol.
Trig, have you put down more food for Puck?
I haven't put any food down for Puck yet. Let me drop this in events 1. That is a Lorenzoni pistol. And let's get a harmonica.
Hey, buddy. You said I'm not allowed to feed you.
No. So there you go for your for basic visual reference. There's your two guns that are available for you. Both are still flintlock riot pistols and available at the time in IRL. Both would happily carry 6 to 7 shots in them. They do have.
Oh, damn. The top one is a lot prettier. How much are they?
The Lorenzoni pistol is $150, and there are 4 of them available in the shop. The harmonica pistol, which incidentally you can get bigger harmonicas than that simple 6-shot one, but that would be a custom job and require at least a day for him to build the extra.
Wait,
but as
You
you
know
can
what?
Would an artificer be able to make the harmonica part themselves?
if he has the ability to melt steel and grind and cut it, possibly.
I've got a reasonable amount of dollars. If I offered up $250 and a discount since we're selling him the guns, since we're selling him a whole bunch of parts, would he take that for 2 guns? 2 Lorenzonis.
2 Lorenzonis for all of these pistols, and
For
$250.
200, yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I will take 2 Lorenzonis.
Now he's
that
going
puts
to go
me
right.
down.
Okay, just a quick warning before we close the deal on this one. These are delicate pieces of equipment and have to be kept in very, very good order. There is
Oh, of course.
a powder magazine in the handle itself, and I have heard on rare occasions bad copies of these can have a flashback into the pan, and that causes the powder magazine in the
This isn't a
handle to
bad
explode.
copy, right?
This is the finest work you will find outside of England.
So we shouldn't have that problem, right?
You shouldn't, no. As long as it's kept in good condition. So you'd need to clean it
Proper
properly and oil
maintenance,
it and
yeah.
maintain it well.
How often would you say?
I would say at least every time you've fired it in
Every
anger,
okay.
would definitely want to be cleaned and.
Well, I mean, part of the
So after every
Kansai monk,
use of it, essentially.
yeah, part of the whole like Kansai monk evening rituals is going through and cleaning and practicing with all of your weapons and equipment. So that works fine.
Warriors always take care of their equipment.
Your weapon's your life.
Is indeed. So there's 2 more Lorenzonis to buy and 2 harmonica pistols if anyone's interested.
Kiki, you're doing the managing and the holding bag of holding, right? For this. Kiki?
Well, that depends, Di. Do you want me to hold on to the bag of holding?
No, I'm just saying. Do you want to risk me making a mistake?
Well, that depends, Di. Do you want me to hold on to the bag of
I'll
holding?
make the mistake.
God.
Well, I've already knocked off up everything but 6 of the flintlock pistols and
Jesus Christ!
and
Oh man, up trig. It's just
no,
yeah,
he just ran straight up my back leg, right up my back, and then landed on my shoulder as I opened the tin of tuna.
He's a cat. He's a cat. They do these things.
How old is he now?
He's just over a year old.
They
But
shouldn't
yeah,
be doing it at that age.
Yeah, he should.
Oh no, some do. Some never.
He's-
never get
He's
rid of it.
currently
it,
sat in
Di.
my ear purring, going, tuna. He was
I've corrected it already, Di. Anyway.
right.
Okay, good.
In fact, am I taking some of this gold from the bag then?
Sure.
Di?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. I'll take 100 from the bag and
I'm
put the
getting
other
one of
150 in the
those
stuff.
goods for this, yeah.
Are you going to get one of the? Yeah.
You got
Oh, are
two.
you? Are you getting one as
I
well?
thought Kiki was buying both for herself.
Yeah. Looks
Oh.
sounds like
Yeah,
it.
I was. Because I dual wield.
Alright, that's fine.
I mean,
To be fair, Di, you've got the
No,
bow.
I'll keep with myself. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just asking.
there are other guns there as well. There's 2 more Lorenzonis, and I believe
Is
4.
there anything if I do like a role or something? Is there anything there specifically that would be good for my type of character that I would be gravitated towards?
In what way? What were you thinking of?
I don't know, cause I've like my swords do a lot of damage.
They do.
Right?
They
So
do.
I'm very hesitant to like usually what I would do would with the bow now as well.
Are you saying you'd be interested in knowing if he'd done any work with swords? What type of sword do you wield? Is it a great sword?
I have a long sword and a short sword.
A long sword and a short sword.
I believe. Yeah.
Do you want to ask him if he can do any work for those and improve them in any way?
It'll probably because these are the ones given to me by the angel. They're masterwork.
So they're already
One of them has silver on it. The short sword.
Okay.
If there's anything that he could put on it to make them stronger, then I'm all.
He's like, oh, okay. I see you've put some silver on this. I can't do the same. I don't have the equipment, but if you pop down to my friend the inventor, Joe, he can probably do that to your longsword.
Yeah. Okay.
I will. I don't know if I've got anything better. He certainly produces Mastercraft stuff, so it would also be
for my character.
He is not a magical character. He produces Mastercraft equipment.
Which I have already with these swords, kind of. So it's like anything added on to them. Like I want to just make those swords will be my life.
Yeah, no, these pistols wouldn't be classified as Mastercraft. They're not +1 to hit or anything. They are just standard.
The ones I have?
No, the Lorenzonis, the one that Kiki's just bought.
Okay,
yeah. He does say that he can perhaps do some extra modifications for it would cost about $300 per and add some essentially some counterweighting and sort of sighting equipment on it for those guns, which would increase them to a +1. So anybody that wanted any improvements like that for pistols could be upgraded to Mastercraft at this place.
Is there anything that would help me reload the my arrows and stuff like that? Because remember, wouldn't it take a full-on turn for me to re-arm
It will take a full turn. Yes, a turn is 6 seconds, and it's got a box magazine of 6 arrows in it. And yeah, you would have to.
Because Ez worked on that one. I wonder if he'd see it and be inspired by anything with it.
No, he's gonna actually. You know what? I haven't really worked on a bow in a long time. Woodwork is something I haven't tinkered with in a while, but I'm actually quite interested. Could I have a look at this bow, please?
I'll show him the bow.
And to have him. It's like, I can't do anything for the bow, but I'm having an idea. What you've got there is a magazine that you, when you run out, you have to open the magazine, and then you have to put an arrow in, and then you put the next arrow in, and so on and so forth until it's full, right? And your problem is your arrows are set up in a standard quiver, and you're picking one up at a time and putting it in there. And even if you're trying to pick up a number, no, I don't have special arrows or anything. But give me a quick second. And he goes in the back, and he rummages around, and he goes, yeah, that might do. And you can hear him whacking something with a hammer really quickly. Bang, bang, bang. And then you can hear it gets really hot as his furnace roars up, and some more banging. And he comes back and he goes, give me 6 of your arrows. Second.
Okay. I'll them 6 of my
He
arrows.
takes the 6 arrows, and he's got like, how can I describe it? It's well, anybody that knows rifles, he's got what looks like a speed loader clip, but bigger. It's a big long metal strip with a lip round each side that will hold the back of each arrow, and he just slides 6 of these arrows into one block, essentially held at the back by this big long clip. Essentially like a big paper clip, but not. It's a metal strip runs down the back and folds forwards on either side to allow the arrow to be inserted into it. And he's got that, and he goes, right, okay, let's pass me the bow a second. Okay, right. And he fiddles around with the magazine, and he gets a file out, and he just gives it a bit of a shim here, and he opens the magazine, puts the clip on top of the magazine, and just pushes the top arrow, and all of them just go shunk straight into the magazine, and he folds it down, and the whole thing takes 2 seconds.
Okay.
How's that for you? Do you like that?
It's faster. I mean, I'm not gonna have to wait a turn with this, right? Or will I still?
No. What this will do is this is a speed loader clip, and it will turn your reloading into a bonus action.
Okay.
Now you will. How many of these speed loader clips will you like him to make?
I mean, probably just 2, just to have a fail safe.
Just 2 of these. Okay.
See how
Okay.
much they are.
I'll tell you what.
Big are they?
They're about 6-7 inches long strip of metal. Yes, I'll tell you what. Let me just have a look at this bow again, because this is quite interesting. He gets out a notepad and paper and just does a quick sketch, and he goes, I'll tell you what. Here, you've bought some nice guns. We've done some good trades. Take this one. And give me 2 minutes. I'll just knock another one of these together for you. And he goes back and.
Hey, Di, given how small these are, just get a few more than 2, so it will last the whole battle.
That +1 tuning for pistols, is that for damage or just a hit?
Just a hit.
So how much would you
And
recommend this?
Are you thinking you want something that's even more powerful?
what? Who?
I
No,
mean, I
I'm
don't know. I don't know what this character's thinking.
Kiki.
No, I'm not saying more
Oh no,
powerful. just that-
I was just double checking what your system was there.
Yeah.
And I was essentially wondering whether the tuning was available for these Lorenzonians.
He goes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He can do that for you. And,
How much would that be?
It's going to be ooh. I said $200 for a normal pistol, but that's because I need to heat treat and really completely rework the pistol pretty much from scratch. With those, they're kind of ready for it, so call it an extra $100. You'll essentially get a pistol back that's got a set of scopes on it and an extra bit of weighting and a hold on a second.
Trig.
Yes.
Is what I was saying true, basically, to how it would work, where to get 6, it will last you 6 turns of combat?
Hold on. Right. Okay. One clip.
Yeah.
One speed loader clip. Essentially, yes. Is a reload on your magazine. If you
will
get
it break as soon as you use 1?
No, you can reload them as many times as you like. Don't believe the
So I wouldn't
movies
need
where
to-
they
so
throw
I-
away the clips.
So I wouldn't need to buy 6. Like I could just keep reusing the one I have till it's gone, and then have a spare one.
I mean, yeah, but you'd have to load up the clip. The clip is going to take a period of time, probably a turn, to load it. It's just going to allow you to, in the heat of battle, to
Is he
load
just
your
saying to
magazine quickly.
have 6 ready with arrows already, so I can just clip them in
Yes.
immediately?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how much would 6 then be?
Let's see. 2 would be $10, $30. They're not
Yeah,
expensive. It's
sure.
just a bent piece of metal.
Yeah, I'll take that then.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy this this upgrade as well.
Okay, so for the upgrade, you're essentially getting. Well, I'm just going to bung this in events.
How many arrows do I have? Do I even have that?
Essentially, Kiki, at the back of your pistols now can be clipped an attachment that looks a bit like this, a long wooden attachment, and he sort of suggests that you could raise this up and put it into your shoulder. And if you look down the barrels, there are 2 markings at the back and 1 at the front now, and that will allow you to pretty much level shot and aim a little better with your pistol.
Fantastic.
Could I just add in a bunch of arrows as well? Because I don't know how much I actually have.
How many arrows do you have?
I don't know. that's why
I'm not really.
No, did your character start with a bow?
My character had a bow, and then we changed it to this bow.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have about 20 arrows.
Yeah.
And any half decent adventurer that has been around in certainly in Roman and Greek era, and also this era, would probably be half decent at fletching their own arrows. It doesn't.
Okay,
Any
so I know how to
half
make
decent
mine.
archer would know how to find straight stick, put sharp thing on end of it, and attach some
But I
feathers.
wouldn't be able to get like some more decent and different variety arrows.
If you want some different arrowheads, possibly.
Are you going to dip them into Kiki's poison and kill yourself?
I wouldn't
I mean,
do
we
that.
can. You know what? We can sort that whole part. I think off stream with some of the arrows.
If you want to talk about arrowheads, he's going to go. Okay, arrowheads. Yes, I actually got a selection of them over here. Here we have basket tips where you can put something to set fire to it, and it's you can use it as a fire arrow. Good for firing a marker up or so on. Don't use it to actually try and set anyone on fire. They don't really work. Here we've got some blunt ones. These are don't do damage so much as in stick into people, but they do. They're great for sort of knocking things over.
Would your character be able to make weird custom arrowheads?
I imagine so. If you give him an idea.
So I think if then I think we can just sort that out between ourselves.
Sure.
I might not need to buy anything.
I mean,
if we can get hold of 2 bags of holding, I can give you basically a black hole arrow.
No, I mean, if you need
Don't.
me to buy like some sort of metal or something to make stuff, like do you need like material? Do you need like metal and stuff?
No, I'm pretty sure for arrows we could probably scavenge what we need, just generally. How really easy is it to come up? I mean, you just need a bit of wood, some feathers, and a bit of metal. That bit of metal part, how much and how complicated depends what you want it to do.
Okay, so we should be able to then.
I mean, you could make whistling arrows if you wanted.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Whistling arrows are that easy.
I mean,
and fun.
They are kind of amusing, yes.
How much are they per arrow?
Oh, for different arrowheads,
get 60 or
you're gonna talking a few bucks for different arrowheads. They're going to be fairly cheap and cheerful.
Oh, I'll take 10 of each then.
Okay. So 10 of each. What are you talking?
Each type that's there.
10 of each type. There's 60. There's 6 different types there. That is. Is anyone making note of this?
I'll test them out. Where's the bag of holding? Maybe I'll have to open that.
So you've got blunts. You've got broadheads.
Okay. Sorry.
Also, Di, have a think like over the next week of some crazy exotic arrows that you'd like us to try and come up with.
Yeah,
sure.
that'll definitely be
sure.
Something.
Okay.
Oh my God, Kiki, can you help me?
And
what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Will you put down what he's saying? The arrowheads, 10 of each in here.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Kiki, you know where
Believe me,
I'll be
this will be
going with this.
faster.
There'll be broadheads, there'll be blunts, there'll be whistle tips, there'll be bodkins. I don't know what else actually.
What are the ones which have duration?
No, rigging cutters, half moon ones that are pretty useless against people ish, but they're great against ropes and stuff.
My logic is I'm gonna take like every type 10 of each, see what ones are
Sure.
how
Okay.
well they do.
There'll be it'll charge you a buck per 10 and say there's going to be 6 types. So
Hey, does Maximus want to get some arrows? Doesn't he main using a bow?
No, I don't really care.
yeah,
I'm
fair
fine.
enough. He's also going to
Right.
point out to you that if you want anything silvered, you should pop down to speak to his friend Joe, the inventor.
Yeah.
And by all means, have a mosey around the town. Is there anything else
So
that he
how
can
much
do
is
for you?
for everything now from him, from me?
Okay, so for each
Obviously.
pistol that wanted to be improved,
No, not just my stuff. I don't care about Kiki.
okay, what was your stuff? Your stuff was oh god, yours is
Just
I think
arrowheads
25
and-
bucks I think in total.
Yeah,
Call it 30. You'll find a
including
way
the
to
arrows.
yeah, including the arrows.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's me done.
Are you taking that from you or the bag?
I'll take that for my own money.
Okay.
Well, I
Anybody
don't
else?
want to slow things down any further, but if the party's okay, I would like to visit the inventor and see if he can help me upgrade the owl. Or would that be
Sure.
too much shopping episode for
No.
people?
I'm fine with it. Like,
You
I'm
can
completely
do it.
fine.
We can speed it up pretty quickly. If you want to, if everyone's going, oh no, this is boring, we can do
Yeah.
that as a quick aside
I'm
whilst
fine.
other people are doing
I'm
things.
fine.
But it's worth it. He can silver. I'm not going to go through the whole performance as we did last time, but he can silver stuff up, and
I'm interested in if the inventor knows of any lightweight but sturdier materials that I could maybe build the owl out of, so it has maybe an extra 10 hit points, say.
he would probably be able to help you on things like that. Yes.
That's where I'm interested.
Okay. Well,
Actually, I'll just say this to have it on character. I'll get like half of my arrows, 5 of each set, probably dipped in silver, and my other sword in silver.
okay.
Just that's all I want done
Sure.
for that. So just
Oh,
have
there
a price
was
for that.
there was one thing I might be interested in. Does the armor smith have anything that looks like a bandolier?
A bandolier, as in a belt that holds stuff on. That you might wear
Think
over your
like
shoulder.
in westerns, what the Mexicans always have their shells in.
The Mexicones.
Oh fuck! Sorry, misspeak.
That's hilarious.
Mexicans. So you're talking about a big leather belt, where I mean, normally they would they'd have the bullets pushed through them. I mean, a leather belt, a thick leather belt with a holster on it, etc., is something you can pick up pretty cheaply. Yes.
I would like to get one of those for Cecilia to store her darts in, so she doesn't have to fiddle with them as much.
Sure.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Call it a decent bandolier. It's going to be $2. You can.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna spend. Yeah, what Mycroft just posted. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna get one of those. I'm gonna hold on to it for now, Kiki. I may try and improve on it before I give it to your character.
Ah. Thank you.
I mean, we can't keep relying on owl to natural crits medicine rolls.
So no other pistols being bought. Just the 2.
Yeah, and you
Seems
know
like
what? It
it.
doesn't matter if we've only got the 2 of them, because I mean, I'm pretty sure that Ez can probably engineer more given time.
Okay. Yes. Sure.
I guess I haven't tried that yet. Kiki, you're the one who took both the what are they called? Lorenzos?
Lorenzonis.
Lorenzonis, yeah.
Lorenzonis. Trig, those won't work with the holster, will they?
No, they won't.
No, they won't. If someone else wants the holsters, they're welcome to them.
And they will
I guess
hold.
no one wants them.
They will hold up to.
Because they hold 6, right?
They
you
hold.
said?
They hold 6. You might get 7 in on at a push, but I would go for 6.
That's
Yes.
fine. 6 is 3 rounds of combat. I'm happy with that.
Fair enough.
So if anyone else wants the holsters that hold 3, they're welcome to them.
Good.
I guess no one
I
wants
think
them.
I guess not. That kind of sucks after you spent all the traveling time making them.
Well, they've basically been made obsolete by the Lorenzonios, or whatever they were called.
No,
Anyway.
they haven't. No, they haven't, because you've got a lot of the other pistols, and those things are cheap and easy to make. And you've got a lot of people using pistols in the group. Just because people are all being silent at the moment, we can.
Yeah, what's up with all the silence?
I have 4 on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Di, you should probably have the holsters.
Yeah.
Well, she's already got a machine gun bow now.
Yeah.
It'd be better for to use that.
She's got a machine gun bow.
I will use
yes,
that.
but
I'll always have the pistols in case shit gets, rough.
The pistols do significantly more damage than the bows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if Di wants to take them, I'm happy for him to be with Di.
Yeah, in that case, I'm
I'll
going
take them.
to.
Just put that in the bag of holding.
Sure.
Well, if they're in the bag of holding, you can't use them.
Oh, I'll put that on my character sheet then.
Yeah. So just put 2 self-reloading gun holsters.
Okay.
And you'll have to just remember that you can fire guns without needing to reload them for 3 times in combat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of stuff I need to remember with this.
What on earth is an ammo eye patch, Mycroft? And it sounds like a terrible idea, so I don't think we want them.
That's great. It means if you get shot in the eye, it accidentally explodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is, but
Okay.
I'm sure it is something else. Right, well, are we done in the blacksmith, or
Are you done?
or
with the
maybe
blacksmith?
Uzalu
I'm
wants us
pretty-
to spend 10 minutes buying something now?
Do you really not want to buy anything easily?
No, not particularly.
How heavy are the ammo holsters? Does it not matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're barely
I
a
mean,
pound.
it's a piece of leather.
It's a
No,
belt.
I'm just asking.
It's a belt. Just stick them down and mark them as 1 or something. But both of them together as 1.
Right.
It's not. It's not a heavy item.
Okay, so
The only time I
I'm
have ever
guessing-
wanted to buy anything in a D&D was when I was trying to buy dresses as Wendy.
I mean,
I
he's
cannot
maybe
express
he-
to you
maybe he
how
has
little
some
interest I have
armoured
in the numbers
dresses for you.
autism for D&D.
there is probably a nice dress shop here if you wanted.
Sadly, no Wendy.
I know, right?
I mean, it's not just about the numbers autism. I mean, it's like get new stuff, sell old stuff, actually do things with the stuff that we've got. We've earned gold, why not use it?
Mhm.
We were doing story for about 5 minutes before all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a chance before the session to do some more story.
Oh, certainly.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm hearing it. Let's just skip the inventor then. These guys don't want to do it.
Okay, so no story then. Fine. What do you want to do next?
What?
The story's in the inventor. If I had to spell it out.
I don't remember anyone saying we should skip that.
No, I know.
I was trying to talk to people, but then other people started doing autism. I was trying to talk to the blacksmith, actually.
Yes. What were you saying? Go on.
I was trying to get an idea from him of whether his powers, whether his abilities came directly from Seamus.
Roll me a persuasion check. on him on it if you want to do
I
that.
do still want to keep my inquiries somewhat subtle.
Yeah, sure. Okay. What do you want to ask? Ask as subtly or as brazenly as you like. He's pretty much going to tell you what you want to know.
What I want to determine if the excellence that has found its way to this town that came about at the same time as Seamus started engaging with the town, if he brought it about.
He's going to look a little sheepish and go, well, don't tell the priests or anything, because they get a bit weird about this, but some people have been doing some deals with old Seamus. You do a deal with
Don't
Seamus,
worry, my friend.
things seem to go your way. So
Don't
far,
worry, my friend.
It's been a couple of years and we've been doing great. The town is booming.
Don't worry, my friend. I'm not going to rat you out. In fact, I have no intention to stop this good thing. But I am curious to find out, and thank you for confirming it. But I'm also concerned that there's always a downside to these deals. I'm curious, if you don't mind, what is the downside in this case? What have you and the others sacrificed to get these abilities? I can roll again for that if you like.
I know the 24 persuasion is going to get you that. He's going to look a little pale. And he's going to do the whole shifty, look from side to side. And he's going to lean into you conspiratorially and go, he asked me to sign a contract for my soul. Now, I'm a man of the world, and you hear about these things in stories and so on.
Atheist, bro. Who
and I'm a God-fearing man as much as the rest, but I said yes. And a few other people have said yes, and Seamus seems to have kept his side of the bargain. And
you told us last time, Trig, that losing your soul in this context meant dying, not just the sort of wishy-washy religious thing that it often means in stories.
He will take you. He's given us all 10 years. Anyone that signed the deal has got 10 years, and then he comes to collect.
So basically, you've got 10 years and then your soul is taken. I expect what that means is that when your soul is taken, you are not going to heaven. I'm guessing that's what that means.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
So you can see that someone is able to give you powers on the basis of your soul being taken, but you don't believe in the afterlife that you will be barred from after 10 years of slightly better blacksmithing. This doesn't seem like a good deal overall, mate, I have to say. You didn't think this through.
We have
it's like, I was in the pub, mates, and I was broke. My life was going nowhere. And along comes this guy who says he could change my life around. Didn't really take him seriously at the time, but
Have you heard the expression, deal with the devil?
Always
goes
done
badly
one.
in the end.
Yes, I'm fairly sure it will do.
Well,
he looks a little reticent and takes a deep breath, but goes, but for now, we're all living quite well.
I don't think I could even help if I wanted to. I think the entire town has doomed itself now. You're all locked into these contracts.
Pretty much.
I hope you enjoy the next 10 years of moderately greater prosperity on Earth, because in the likely case in this world that there is a heaven, you've screwed yourself.
Yes, mate, there's a war on at the moment. People are dying by the hundreds every day. If the war comes to town, we could all die next week. I don't know.
They would go to heaven then if they hadn't.
Just make yourself a happy family here and leave your fortune to your kids.
Yes, it's exactly what I intend to do.
That think they know better, and that they.
It's exactly what I intend to do, darling. Yes. The
Given
wife and
your
I.
situation, that is a good path.
Raise a little nipper, and the wife and he gets a. Live off the money that I've earned.
Yeah,
So-
a lot of these people have the mentality of either sacrifice or, oh, they were going to go to hell anyway. Might as well go all in.
Exactly. You don't know. He might not have been exactly the whitest of the white in the first place, and maybe just figures that he's going to hell anyway.
I mean, the
But-
way the Christian religion works, you can go to heaven if you just ask for forgiveness at the end. I assume it works similarly in this, even though it's not strictly Christian.
It's not strictly Christian. It kind of does, sort of. You'd probably have to be someone that if you want to redeem sins, you would have to be acts of heroism within your own field, shall we say? Doesn't mean running out into battle necessarily. If you're a bonny farmer, you'd go out there and farm your heart out and do right by your family. Is probably as good as you can get, and you might earn some brownie points for that.
Heroically
works.
reap the corn.
Exactly. Works.
Exactly what Jesus says it wasn't all about.
Yeah, I was
Again,
gonna
it's not
say
Jesus, though, is it?
this is really not Christianity.
No, it's not Christianity. It's definitely not Christianity. That God got wiped out.
Or did he?
Yeah, he was sent packing. God of War was way stronger than him at that time. You know.
Well, I guess I'll pat the guy on the shoulder and say, if you do well by your family, then at least you'll have my respect, even if you end up in a worse place. Good luck. And
Thank you. And
unless
yeah.
I've missed some brilliant ploy that's hidden here somewhere, I don't think there's anything more to explore. I mean, we've asked one person. We could ask a few more if that's the case.
I will be honest with you. There are two other things in here that you could interact with that there are storylines attached to. One, you quite rightly noticed when you walked into town. Yet again, there is Klaus. And there is the artificer. Sorry, the inventor who.
I forgot
There is
about
stuff
Klaus.
attached to that as well. But other than that, you're essentially at this point. You've got a storyline that is telling you potentially head towards Mount Zion, or the original mission was to, once you've done these two places, to head back to speak to Michael, and
Yeah.
he would then grant you your freedom from servitude if you could do a final mission for him. After
I wasn't
resolving it.
suggesting that
How do
we
we get our freedom?
leave. I wasn't suggesting that we leave. I'm just saying I think that the interrogation part of this is done.
Yeah.
But as long as no one else wants to do anything else than Blacksmith, no, good. Okay, then let's head out. And I say that we investigate who Kraus is selling today. Maybe ask if he would like to own fewer things than he does. Maybe remain happy in doing so.
We can talk to Klaus oh god, he's the worst. But we can talk to Klaus.
You want to talk to Klaus whilst Ez goes and talks to the artificer. We can split the party. And,
I'll say, you again. Hello.
No, it would be more like, mein Lieben, I think you are following me, no? I just like Klaus to go out so I can do my camp German accent.
Sure, I already know he's sold his soul. Like, it all makes sense to me. I know what he's about.
Nah, Dar, you're wrong. You can't sell something you never had.
Dude, I guarantee you this motherfucker is fucking...
You can, it's just called a
he's
scam.
probably sold some other people's.
He's
When you're all ready.
yeah. When you're ready, what do you want to do? Go on.
Well, we can ask around in other places in the town, or just tour the town a bit. But I think Klaus is a more apparent thing to go and see. After all, we just left a place that he was, and now we're here, and he's here as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't come with us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I may have missed what kind of being Klaus is, if anything.
No,
I mean,
he's
I've found out interesting things. I don't know if the other parents.
he's a German. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Questionable.
Excuse me, have you considered there might be more than one?
I would hate to consider such a doomed world.
You obviously haven't spent enough time in Trig's world if you don't think it's doomed.
I mean, I would love to know more about Trig's world around bouts of autism. Let's go and see Klaus, shall we?
Okay, so what I'll say now is, yeah, you guys can go see Klaus. I will say that there is a general store for, food, bits of parchment, notebooks, etc., etc. If you DM me what you want, if anybody wants anything like that, could I have a length of rope? Go and speak to Klaus, and if you want anything done in the Artificer, we will deal with that shortly afterwards. Not the Artificer, Inventor. God damn it, I keep saying this is basically the same thing. But an NPC version. So, you are going to pop down to see good old Klaus, I see. Whoever's going down to see Klaus, drag your icons down there if you can, or if you're having issues.
I'm gonna need you to assist me with that, Trig.
Moving to Firefox did help. It's still very glitchy, but it's much better with the other.
I'll keep that in mind. I don't have the Firefox installed at the moment.
Whoever put the inventor sign there is wrong. That's the pub. But yeah. Because yes, of course, there is a pub in town.
Well, that's good. Probably a good place to stay the night, right?
You could stay the night in that inn, yes.
Funny, you just moved me.
Would you be able to drag the owl over, Trig?
I can do better than that. I can delete the old owl and move and create a new one.
You got teleported.
Did. Dear God, what?
What's happened?
Fuck is that?
That is.
It's not me.
What's wrong?
No,
That is-
easily.
There is something is moving on a very long path.
That is oozily moving on a long path. Interesting.
Oh my god, Izzy, you are lagging it up so bad.
That was interesting.
Not on my end. It's fine here.
Okay. So, you have entered the. It's actually an old church, but it's not currently being used as a church because there at the end is yet again your good friend Klaus Swab, who turns around and goes, "Oh, my friends! I didn't think to see you so soon. We were just at the bar earlier, and I think you are following me. I think you are sweet on old Klaus, yes? What can Klaus do for you today? Perhaps you want to put some of these wonderful people into a good home where they can be get a good job and be looked after and be happy for their lives."
I mean, Kiki, you could try and get some of that contracts going if you wanted.
I don't speak Undercommon.
You do if you use the helm of
And
comprehending languages.
These people ain't getting no talent. Alright, I got it.
So you'll be owned and you'll be happy.
Go for
Exactly.
the noblemen or some shit. They'll always bite.
Kiki, do you want to borrow the helm of languages?
I don't think I want to listen to them.
No.
If incidentally, if
to be
anybody
around
wants to roll me a perception check, by all means, Please do.
I'm fucking blind.
That's a persuasion.
That was not perception.
I'm blind.
You're even blinder. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
I actually higher roll. Just
Yes,
it's a 1.
It's a natural one. Yes.
Yeah, you've definitely got a
Sorry,
plank in
give it
that
another
eye.
go. There you go.
I'm blind, dude. It's even
You-
worse.
You're
you-
not as blind as Uzalu.
Yes.
You're not as blind as Uzalu.
Right.
You rolled less than 3 times the value that I did, but mine was a 1. Or less than 3 times lower. There you go.
Did
So-
anyone notice anything?
Right. Yes.
I got a 17.
You did. Okay. You did actually sort of notice something that you know what this Klaus guy is. He's basically almost visibly drooling over Di and also Atia and Cecilia. He's looking straight at them, almost as if he could see straight through their clothes.
Oh.
And is looking somewhat hungrily. But not in
Can
a
you
not in
teach
an
me this
actual
power?
hungry, as in an absolutely massive lech kind of way.
Kiki, I get what you're doing there, but I don't think Archie is made of lead.
I'm going to stand behind Atia and say, so you like the merchandise, as I grip the buttocks.
Oh.
Am I joking?
God, you're gonna
We
get
will
yourself
never know.
killed.
Merchandise.
Dude, I'm tempted to do draining kiss right now, man.
Oh, wow,
Do
I
it.
grab her ass and she wants to kiss me.
Do it.
You know what? Fucking.
Oh, baby. I mean, this is, like, I wasn't
You've
expecting
gotta-
it to become an ERP so suddenly.
You gotta
Take a
make a
roll.
con save easily.
You do. You have to beat 14 on your Constitution save, or take 9 necrotic damage. That's actually quite a punch.
I guess
What
unless
happens
you
if
want
I do
to
resist?
accept it.
If you do
You
resist,
resist me?
you don't actually take the necrotic damage.
Does Di still get the hit points either way?
No, she does not get the hit points if that's the case.
So what's
But you
funnier,
also don't get the
resisting
hit,
her
right?
advances and preventing her from getting health, or accepting the advances and kissing, just letting Di
Either
kiss
way-
because, you know.
Either way,
Di,
imagine how this
did
would
you
look
think
to
this
count.
through at all?
Can I not force the necrotic damage?
You can't. No, this is
That's
your
what the save
attempt
is
to.
for.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll roll.
What do you mean roll? Oh, you don't want me to drag this out for too long. I see. Now, no, the numbers autism, that should be done with quickly. This is what we should focus on for a long time. This is what matters.
Go
So,
on then. What do you
why
want to
did you
say?
think that was a sensible response, Di? You know, punishment for me grabbing your ass, kissing me? That's not a punishment. It's encouragement. Always gives me the wrong signal, unless that's the right signal.
Probably was the right signal.
It probably was. It appears that Di is remaining muted. Right, I'm marking down 9 necrotic damage.
Damn. You're not rolling the Constitution save.
Nope.
You're just
I'm kissing
choosing
her
to
back.
take it.
What?
Oh, okay.
What? Fuck.
Did this have to happen?
I know, right?
Did you just take
Uh,
the roll, dude? Just take the roll, man.
He accepted it willingly, Di.
It's not the first time either. I mean, you know, I don't mind. I'm very desirable. It's understandable. And you know what? You're right. You're right. I will slap your ass more often.
Dude, my character's a succubus, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Is that why you have a nice ass? Is that
It is
why you're
literally-
mentioning that?
Literally, actually, part of it. Yes, it would be.
This nice ass right here.
I have shape changer.
Yeah.
Change the shape of your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
You want to make your ass more voluptuous?
You can.
I mean,
can
that's
make a
mainly
dress
what-
bigger, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you can't. Liar.
Very smooth, usually. Very smooth.
Yeah, I've seen succubi before that can do that, but I don't think you're up to their level.
You have brought this all upon yourself, Dai.
Hold on. Let me look at my character sheet.
We should.
I'm just
we
expecting.
should go to that inn.
To...
You know, head upstairs in the inn, see if they have a room available, and you can prove it. You know, if you want somewhere private to do some more kissing.
Oh, Christ.
So,
So,
yes,
what
do you
does
have
this look
a-
like to Klaus?
So, what?
Shut
what
up,
is-
Klaus. We're busy.
Oh no, you help yourself. I don't mind watching.
Oh, thank you. I suppose I will.
If you don't mind, I will step behind this lectern so you can't see what I'm doing with my hands.
He's not masturbating. He's just rubbing them like a Jew.
Fucking day of my life, man.
Why did you
Oh
kiss
my
me when I grabbed your
God,
ass?
Why did I listen to you?
You really don't think things ahead of time?
No, dude. Like, Trey, you're a piece of shit.
Honestly, I was surprised you
how
took
am
the
I
bait.
the piece of shit here?
You're the one that, oh yeah, play succubus, it'll be funny.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, I think
It
he's
is
enjoying
funny.
It may have been Trig that gave you the ability to act like a whore, but you're the one that acted upon
No,
it.
in his non-magical setting, he was like, yeah, totally be a succubus.
My non-magical setting has quite a lot of demons in it, lurking around.
Dude,
I have noticed that.
I have to break it to you. This is not being non-magical, Trey.
He just didn't want anyone to play as magic
I love
classes.
how it went
Exactly,
straight up
yeah.
supernatural. It's been great, actually. I like the supernatural aspect.
Is that what this
Are we
kiss
done?
was
Are
to
we
you?
done with
Supernatural.
Klaus? Can we leave?
We haven't even engaged with Klaus. You've been too busy kissing me.
No, dude. Let's just move on.
We actually haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want to apologize for that damage that you did to me for no reason?
No.
Are you able to kiss without doing 9 necrotic damage?
Matter of fact, if she were to at this point, she's already used it up. So yeah.
That's a good point. Let's just have a normal one then. You seem to enjoy the last one.
God.
Don't do it, Ty. It's a trap.
She seems invigorated.
Grab your ass again if you like. You liked that last time.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I know I
Played
did.
a succubus.
Right.
Now
Once
I
you-
wonder if Dai is just trying to make it go away by being silent, or if her natural tsundere energy is the reason she's being demure now.
No.
What do you reckon, Dai?
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Same.
You just healed.
Understandable.
Yeah, make sure no one tell Dai that she has a sexy voice because she hates that.
Trey, make it stop. Mute him.
I'm gonna make a cup of coffee.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Sorry, lads. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm going to make a cup of coffee whilst Klaus is enjoying himself with his free display of PDA that's going off in front of him. This is a lot for this type of era.
She is a succubus.
What's your excuse then?
Yes, he's
She's
thirsty.
a succubus.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Right, I mean, I'm downstairs at the moment, so I can't see the rolls. But if anybody wants to roll anything to do, because you asked, do we know what Klaus is? And I think you perception. Archie has definitely worked out that there is something distinctly not normal about Klaus.
Was that from last session? Because I actually don't remember.
You just rolled
Can I
17, and I told you he was basically looking straight through their clothes.
Oh, right.
Can I make
I would like to roll an
Constitution-
Arcana.
Go on. What is that roll? I can't see it at the moment.
21.
21.
21 and 26 with advantage. If anyone wants to help me.
Okay, you
Sure.
you notice that there is potentially magic sort of pouring off this guy. He is not your average run-of-the-mill German.
He's a magical
Is this
German.
kind of like, in that scene at the end of Matrix where he becomes the one, he starts glowing like in code? Is that what I'm seeing?
You're seeing, yes, if you will, you're a magical sort of creature yourself, and you notice that
Why, thank you.
this is not a normal human. This is a creature of probable considerable evil and considerable power. Quite what?
Is he demonic?
He's not demonic, no. If he was demonic, Di would immediately have picked up on that. He's not. He probably he's human, but he definitely seems to have gained some power, possibly through some sort of act with a demon or devil of some sort. Either way, you definitely get the feeling that this guy's strong.
Anyway, welcome back, Di. Where were we?
I'd like to say to him in Infernal, like, so in exchange for the free show, could you give me a hint of how you get around so quickly? And I've said that in Infernal.
God damn it. I can't see his language sheet at the present moment. I don't think he speaks that. So
If he doesn't, I could try repeating that in Gnomish.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
He would speak that. He would look at you, puzzled with the infernal speak, but
Okay.
spoken in Gnomish, which is this version of the world's version of German. He would go, I have ways, I have a very fast horse. I can travel very fast. Did you not see me overtake you on the road?
What is your horse's name?
Lightning. My current horse's name is Lightning. I ride the
I was
lightning
certain you were
between
going to name
places
his
here
horse
and there.
Binky.
No, he is
not
not
Roach.
Binky. You're not Roach. No, Binky and Roach are two good horses for good characters.
Yeah. I don't know about Binky. What's Binky?
Binky
Binky
is
horse.
Death's horse in the rim in
Discworld.
Discworld. You said Rimworld, though it's not.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Trig. I know you're role playing Klaus right now.
I didn't want to interrupt their fun earlier, but I was gonna say that Chief Feather on Dot was completely unfazed by all this because he's used to animals doing their things.
Yes.
Nature.
Indeed.
I mean, I'll take
Out
that
of
as a
curiosity,
compliment.
Out of curiosity, Uzalu,
It's not an insult.
was there something you wanted us to ask Klaus when you wanted us to come in?
Actually, what you just asked about him getting around is what I wanted to ask. Trig, do we have any recollection of him passing us on the road?
You would not have seen him pass you on the road. You're pretty certain he did not go past you on the road.
Did we take a pretty direct route, or at least a route on a road?
You took the route down the main road to Ballplay, yes.
So, yeah, he's probably telling Porkies about the passing us on the road thing.
Unless it's some sort of magical horse that goes through another plane. I'd like to roll an insight on his comment to see if I think he's telling the truth.
I will in addition.
I got a 22.
Okay, you're pretty certain he's not telling you exactly the truth with regards lightning.
Fucking Final Fantasy.
I'm gonna ask him if
was thinking that.
he'd be willing to let me see his horses. A horse that can do that would be quite interesting. Maybe I could learn something from it. And I'm going to ask that question in Celestial.
Ah, quite the linguist, don't you? You speak the language of the Romans. I see.
As it seems you do as well.
Well, yes, I mean, they are the third biggest empire in the world. It would be foolish not to.
Of course,
you
I mean
mean
behind the Greeks, of course.
No, Rome still
Well, I mean-
exists.
Oh, okay. I mean, the city does.
Nope, the empire does.
Oh, you mean in your story it does?
In my story, Rome still exists, yes.
Right. Okay. I
In
didn't
real
know
life,
that.
the Holy Roman Empire still existed.
Yes.
True.
Okay. I guess that's close enough. Trig,
So-
your mic seems like it has some sort of issue. It
Oh,
seems
okay.
like it's crackling.
Give me a sec. It's because I'm
Maybe
downstairs.
switch out to the one that sounds
I'm,
like me.
I'm just downstairs in the kitchen making coffee at the present moment. That's possibly why.
That might be it.
So yeah, now I say yes, I agree. Behind the Greek Empire, of course.
No, the Greek Empire is part of the Roman Empire. Where have you been for 2,000 years?
What poppycock is this? I'm not sure he'd used the word poppycock, but I can't think of a better word.
There is the English Empire. All glory to it. It is spans the world. Then there is the Roman Empire and the Chinese Empire.
Chinese Empire? What's
Chinese.
that?
You do not know about the Chinese. Oh, they rule
I mean,
over all
We know
over.
about this, guys.
You might, as you have been reading books, and you would have run into maps of the world at Michael. But yes, essentially,
Okay.
a brief backstory for you. What you know of at the present moment as Greece, Egypt, Spain, Italy, and sort of basically Serbia, Poland, running up to Ukraine, is all part, and Turkey, is all part of the Roman Empire that never fell. It is gigantic. The English Empire basically spans through England, France, a big chunk of Germany, all of Africa, and shares a chunk of India with the Chinese, who own the rest of India, all the way through what was now known as China and Japan.
I mean, one, based. Two, that is quite different from reality.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Something about us in a different campaign completely collapsing the French Empire might have something to do with it.
Yes. They in the last campaign destroyed France, and as a result, England basically took Europe, almost in total. Sweden
They fucking
does not
deserved
exist. Sweden doesn't exist. Finland joined England and destroyed Norway with us. And,
More
and
important, Trig, most
Fucking
importantly,
result.
Belgium. Does Belgium exist?
of course, Belgium doesn't exist. Belgium isn't real anyway.
Thank God for that.
The cities obviously are all there. But yes, essentially Europe is English and Roman. With the Germans are still holding strong. So are the Russians. Because nobody who tries to take Russia, because every time people try to take Russia, they go, "Oh, it's cold," and run away. But you know, same old.
The
really
Russians
there.
have never really defeated anyone. Their winter's done most of the work.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't worry, the British won't make that mistake. We'll invade during the summer.
No, it's far better. What the English have done is married royalty into the Tsars, and as a result, they're just very, very friendly.
Oh, nice.
No.
You know, classic. You know, rule and conquer by hot princesses.
The British way of doing things.
The British
Makes
way.
you love this country.
Exactly.
You can't see,
The
but
British
I'm
Empire is
saluting
that much more based in this reality than it was in real life.
Yeah,
Then there's even more of a reason for our characters to support it.
Also note, no France means no French help for the patriots of America.
or the Irish.
So the war could go either way. It's certainly not a done thing that America will be able to succeed at this point. Who knows? You might be able to have a hand in that.
Just imagine it years. The entire world taken over by Anglos. No need
Years
for any
is
of those
asking
other
if there's
silly
Israel.
ethnicities.
I can hear American reeing from here.
From who?
Wait, it's all British? Always was.
America got all of the good breeding stock out of Europe before we just replaced it with ourselves. It's perfect.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, in the last campaign, the royal family of France was essentially demons, and they were literally eating all of the hot women. So we have actually saved France's attractive women stock already.
Let them eat women.
Yeah.
All 4 of them. Nice.
Oh no! If there's one thing France has got going for it, is they do have a pretty decent genetic stock of attractive women.
Fair enough.
Or at least,
True.
or at least used to until
offset.
the barbarian invasion of 2000 and something.
I mean, it's like the same thing with elves, right? Cock sleeves or kindling. The French are basically elves, so same deal.
The French, the Elvish language is French in this.
Yes, you're analogizing them. I think that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So, right.
Something Magica 2.
Yes, absolutely. Totally stole that from Magica 2. The moment I saw it, I was like, "Yep, that's now personal law. All elves are French." Magica 2 is great fun. It's great fun when it works.
Yes.
What? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the $20. It was very sweet of you.
What the hell?
Yes, you're broadcasting. Noah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
And now we can debate what it was she got the $20 for. Or we could just move on.
Let's move on before it gets into
Creepy
sort of
voice acting?
personal
Yeah, so
services.
so Klaus is going to let us see this horse of his, right?
Yes, it's outside. It is the black one. You will see it outside. It is in the shadows somewhere. He's a good boy. He comes when I call, so I do not tie him up.
Wait, is he a nightmare?
Haha.
Klaus looks at you and goes, "No, he is a good horse."
All right. Yeah, I will follow Klaus out so I can examine this horse.
Oh, you want Klaus to go outside and show you the horse?
Well, he implied it will only come if he calls for it.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, well, I need to sort out so it's the merchandise first and make sure they are secured. We do not want a repeat of the last time. Oh my god. Actually,
What happened the last time?
Well, you lots killed
We
them all.
captured them.
We gave them their heads.
Do you not remember you killing all of my slaves? I mean merchandise?
I actually
Hey,
don't.
we returned them.
You were the one who started that fight as you started
You
attacking
actually
them.
started the fight.
Wait, was that last week?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. In my defense, I was not feeling the best last week, so I haven't remembered much of it.
Oh, okay. And you never returned them because you were going to return two,
They're dead.
and then you
return.
you had their souls removed before you could hand them over.
Listen, I've already
Wait,
sorted
what?
this out. I've already, guys, lads,
Okay.
don't worry. I've already sorted this out. Don't worry.
I was going to say, like, we just told him we killed his
Like I said,
merchandise.
we could ignore Klaus. He's fine.
So actually, this comes to makes me think. if you ever find any more of these good farmhands wandering around looking for a home, you can always bring them to good old Klaus. You will not find me too far away, I'm sure. I will
Listen,
always.
we have enough to feed. We have
Yeah,
enough to feed,
exactly.
alright?
You do not want
Listen.
them. You are strong adventurers. You are go out wandering around. You find some. You bring them to me. I give you some money for them. Like?
What, the body parts, you mean?
No, obviously I would want you to bring them back alive. They cannot.
I
They
don't know if
cannot
I can
tend
do
to a
that for you,
field if
Chief.
they are dead.
I mean, listen. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Alright. How about this? If it happens, it happens.
Oh, yeah, but their organs can be useful.
Wait, what? I know you're
Wh-
playing a
wh-
succubus, but really, Die.
They can't do transplants at this point in time. I mean, what for lunch? You're in a nice liver casserole, perhaps.
Listen, you know these types. There's a lot of out there looking for weird shit, man. Always.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I cannot put you in touch with people like that. But I am just an honest trader who trades in farming equipment and making sure that these poor, unfortunate souls get to have a good and happy life. Without the concerns and worrisome things of mundane life and, oh, can I pay the bills? Can I pay the rent? No, these are destined for a
Do the
wonderful
slaves
life.
look like they understand what's happening or that what he's saying? Or
They
they just completely oblivious?
They are basically. Roll me a perception. Actually.
Okay, hold on.
Not to prevent you, Die, but I think
I
probably
see
we wouldn't care either way.
Okay, Kiki.
I
Right,
noticed
they are basically right.
glass.
Yeah, Archie and Kiki notice that they are staring into space a little vacantly, and have a look of terror in their eyes. They don't seem to be moving, even at all. They are
They
pretty
still
much.
have a soul.
They are
Like,
pretty much frozen in place. Yes. They still have a soul.
Yeah.
They are not the dead, but they are indeed locked in place with just pure fear, and pretty much fear of Klaus. They're not looking anywhere else. They're looking into space, sort of a few feet in front of them. They don't appear to be, scheming, planning anything, trying to steal anything, smoking pot, anything you might expect. They are standing in fear, terrified.
So, Klaus, what's your method to keep them in line?
Oh, I've been doing this a long time. We have our methods. Plus, I have some friends that can help with collection from time to time. You might call
What does
them.
your character think of this scene? I'm curious.
Sorry, you said me?
Yeah, what would your character think in this scenario? I'm curious.
Wet men cannot own other men.
Are you kidding? Depending on the tribe,
Hey,
they
Trig,
have.
do mammoths still exist?
Do mammoths still exist? They might have done they might do occasionally still in very, 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 very northern areas. That's they'd be rare as shit at this point. Buffaloes, plenty
I don't
of.
think they did.
Oh no, I know in real life they didn't, but I was asking about in this.
Yeah, no, they would be extraordinarily rare. They were pretty much wiped out in the last ice age.
As the bear oppresses the salmon, the white oppresses the brown.
And
so,
the red. And the
for
yellow.
reference, in real life, it looks like about 400 BC.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, 4000 BC. My mistake. They went extinct.
Yeah, they've been gone a long time.
Yeah.
Also, they live predominantly in the Russian steppe, not in America.
There have been a couple of them found in ice blocks in Alaska, if memory serves. Although that might be inaccurate. I might be misremembering that.
They could have gotten there.
Yeah. I seem to remember an episode of Northern Exposure where someone thawed out a mammoth from an ice block and then proceeded to eat the steaks.
Wait, what?
Oh my, of course.
Wouldn't they have died of nitrogen poisoning?
I have no idea. It was a comedy show, comedy drama.
That does sound like it was written rather than documented.
Yes, but nonetheless, as I said, it may well have happened. Alaska and Russia, certainly at the peak of an ice age, would have been accessible
Continuous.
by foot of things that can bear the cold.
Mm.
Anyway,
Or humans.
yes, we can bear cold. We wrap ourselves with bears, leather skin,
And mammoths.
make fires.
Captain
Right.
Mammoths.
And
So,
maybe kill kings and take their robes.
If,
wear their
if
skin.
the rest
That
of
is a
is willing
reference
to
most
look
of you will not
after Klaus's merchandise for a while, would he be willing to let me meet his horse?
You seem very preoccupied with my horse. It's just a normal horse.
One that
is-
can move at the speed of lightning is fascinating.
No! You silly, strange bronze person. It is not speed of lightning. The lightning is its name.
I mean, yeah. Like, come on, bro. Dai has phased through the wall and is gradually floating out towards the rest of the town.
No, I tell you what. If I can get we need to go over to my friend and the inventor. I will get one of his men to come and have a look and take care of these. He has they have the right equipment to make sure they stay in line. We don't want some running around all willy nilly. After all, then you can go and see my horse. Whatever you wish was a horse. It's just a normal horse. I don't know what your problem is, but okay.
Hopefully I can get a good roll in Arcana.
Oh, your tone dropping is hilarious.
Okay, so we're gonna stay here. I'll be back in some minutes. As I've pops into the inventors, and a few minutes later,
as he leaves, Trig,
he's already
as he
left.
leaves, do we notice if he acknowledges Fluffy?
He doesn't acknowledge Fluffy.
Okay.
Remember, he was at the pub. He's fine with.
Was he? Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Yes, that's why you're investigating the horse, because it
looked the
overtook.
same was.
There you go. Yeah. And shortly after, where are we? Find. Shortly after, this chap walks down from the inventor's office and goes, Klaus, you need me to look after these guys for you? Very English accent on this. It looks a lot like the chap you saw at the inventors in the last town you were at, but on his back he has a large backpack with two discs sticking out of the top of it, and a cord running down from the right hand side of the backpack into what looks like a long baton with a wire wrapped around the end, and in his left hand there seems to be what seems to be a rope pull lever thing, or some sort of thing. If you want to roll a perception to see if you can make out any more details of it. Is that? Did you just roll that 18? Okay.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm lagging. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. It looks vaguely familiar. You might have seen something akin to it before. But yes, you're not sure. Anyway, he wanders in there. Goes, go on then. I'll keep an eye on this lot for you, Klaus. You go and do what you want to do with your friends here. I'll make sure none of them get out of hand. And as he does that, he just sort of, with his left hand, gives the rope pull a little pull, and you can hear a distinct crackling noise happen as he does, and he makes his way over to the shall we say the stock house, and stands there and goes, right, you lot. No funny business with you lot. And none of you gets to feel my prod, so to speak. You all understand? And they look up briefly and carry on staring off into space. Oddly moving. Their shackles are absolutely silent, but they're staying in place.
Can I ask, is Kiki just moving her tokens about?
I want to know what the fuck they're doing,
happening
because
there?
if they're actually doing stuff, they're actually doing
I
stuff.
mean,
Or
it'd be great if you could read your DM stream.
oh, sorry. That's yeah. I'm doing an awful lot of things.
I know.
You want to feed it a kneecap? Sure.
I mean, I was just
I
playing
think,
fetch
there's
with
a
her.
reason she DM'd that to you, Trig.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes, you can do that. Of course you can. So you're outside playing with the dog that nobody else can see.
Mm-hmm.
You
like I
throw a
said,
kneecap
I
at
didn't,
thin
I
air
didn't
and it
need
just
it
disappears.
said out loud. I just wanted you to know that that's what I was
Okay.
doing.
Sure.
Sorry, I only pointed out because last time Kiki was moving tokens around, it turned out to be relevant, and no one called out.
It is relevant, and if you're moving your token, you are actually moving. So don't suddenly
that's
go,
why I
oh
was-
no, I want to be over here if something happens. You are where you put your token. Bear that in mind.
Yeah, no, that's how I've been playing.
Okay, good. So, you want to go and see Klaus's horse then? I'm assuming.
Is it amazing?
If we can.
It's a fucking horse.
I figured this was going to be the answer, you know, for a while. It's why after looking at them, I went to play with the dog.
Well, look, we've ruled out
Mhm.
that it's the horse.
No, like I said, I'm completely fine with this happening. This is very fun. Unironically, I'm playing with the dog. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Di, do you have like a stick or something you can drag in that you can throw? Can you move
I,
this?
like I said, I have a few kneecaps to feed him. If he wants to play with that, he doesn't have to eat them. We can use that as like a little frisbee.
I guess they never
He
specify which bone.
will swallow a kneecap whole.
Oh, can I pet him and call him a good boy?
No, he likes kneecaps.
That belonged to our friend.
I think we know what you're going to name him.
He's called Fluffy.
Specify
I
what
mean, what he's going to be named? Give him different names.
Stab.
He ain't going to
Hey,
understand.
you don't know what kneecap I fed him.
Stabbed
okay?
Denise too.
Klaus
Yep.
has gone outside, and you hear him call a name, something along the lines of lightning, and then a whistle. Do you want
He
to
is
go
one
outside?
of the Miras, the lords of all horses. He has been my partner through many adventures.
Oh my god, Ginger, nibble knees. That's Ginger. That's so good.
I also
I
put a
like it.
suggestion in chat. Bite the ankles.
Nibble knees. Nah, nibble knees, man. That's a good one. Kiki, what do you think about nibble knees for a name?
Nada heels.
And he's already called Fluffy.
You know, he's
That's
a
such a
pet
cliche name.
Let's give him one with meaning.
He can have a an earned name. In fact, yeah, fine. Nibble Knees is his earned name, as compared to his given name. Yeah.
He likes to nibble knees. There's nothing wrong with it, as we
Mhm.
found out.
Oh, he likes a lot of things. He actually really likes setting fire to things, particularly
Yeah, but
things
I
that
had- all I
scream
had
when
was
they're
a-
on fire.
Listen, I had a kneecap on me. I just wanted to see.
Mhm.
Arson knees.
I'm befriending the dog, Trig. That's what you do. You just,
I know.
see what they want, see what they like, see what they don't like. Everyone's different.
Um.
I'm trying to get a decent throw
See,
stick.
you could tell I'm dealing with a cat odor here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, I've had dogs as well. Of course, you befriend a dog.
Uh-huh.
So there. Your horse has arrived. Az, do you want to go outside and look at the horse, or are you just going to stay
Yeah.
in there whilst Klaus goes out and summons the horse for you?
I've been trying to drag my character out for a while now. It's not responding for me.
Your browser is terrible.
You have to refresh.
Yeah.
Feel free to roll an Arcana. Okay, Arcana of 20. Fantastic. You divine that this is definitely a pretty standard horse. It's certainly of good breeding and is in immaculate condition, but it's a horse. And Klaus goes, "Oh, so my horse is to your
shall,
liking, is it? This is a very fine horse."
I shall make a fuss of the horse, feed it a carrot, just for the sake of making a show.
Okay.
It is indeed a very nice horse, but it doesn't quite explain how you are able to move as quick as you do.
Yes, it does actually. I know the roads around here. I travel all over the place. You don't get to be the person I am by dilly-dallying and just wandering down the road. I'm staring at the trees and enjoying the sunshine. No, I move with purpose. But anyway, if there is anything else that I can do for you.
Speaking of the road, Klaus, did you come here from the tavern via the road or via a different route?
Yes, I came out of the tavern, I turned left, I went down the south road, then I took another left, and it brings me in down at the bottom of the town, right near where your friends are, over there, while they are playing with their invisible dog.
That makes sense, Klaus. That makes sense. That's why we were confused. That's why we asked about the method of travel, because we didn't know there was a second road. But now that we know, that makes perfect sense. Thank you for clarifying that for us, Klaus. You're truly a good man.
No, it's my pleasure. No, I am a busy man. I have things to do. And this has been an interesting diversion, but if there is anything else I can do for you, otherwise I probably need to get back to my training of the stock. Otherwise, my friend in there will just
13.
I can't pick it up and throw it.
Insight of 13 in with regards to what?
Do I think that his story of how he got here before us is accurate?
You have no reason to doubt it.
Who's dragging Fluffy around?
Fair enough.
Not me.
What, you guys dragging Fluffy around?
No, we were playing
You
fetch.
just... Yeah.
But someone was moving it.
I know you two were.
Oops.
I can only move my character. Can't move the stick. This is why I was complaining. So, that's
Can
why I
you
put
give
I
Di
throw the
access
stick
to
in
doggy
chat.
stick?
Can
I
I
just
give
wanted to make it
Di
on record that I
access
did throw the stick too.
the
I
doggy
did
stick?
interact.
What is doggy stick? What if you created a
It's
character?
a character.
This is very important, Trig.
Uh-huh. Where is this character?
It's under spare.
Oh, okay.
Delete it.
Don't
Excellent.
delete doggy stick.
No. It's my whole reason for being here.
Hold on, why can Ez move it? And not die.
What?
Because it's Ez's backup character.
What?
Okay, love it. Right.
You're spoiling all the secrets, Trig.
Um.
I'm feeling somewhat punished right now. I'm not sure why.
Good. Good. You should feel punished. Right. So, if there is nothing else you want with regards Klaus's horse, he's going to make his way back inside, and he's going to talk to the unusually equipped person. Who's going to turn around and go, "What? That was quick. Is that all?" Fuck. Oh, yeah, no worries. All right, Klaus. It's a pleasure as always. I'll head back. And as he walks back, actually, hold on a second. Let me just quickly check something. No, okay, good. Right, he's gonna wander off back up here, and disappears into what you now realise is the inventor's shop. What would you like to do? Also, the moment you turn your back on it, Klaus's horse disappears.
Ah, good. Glad that was just a perfectly normal horse.
Yeah, dude.
A normal horse that he's capable of summoning.
Eventually.
So onwards then.
Right. Yeah, off to, I guess, find a room for the night.
I mean, it's getting to the
Before we
late
take off,
afternoon.
yeah. Because we do have to get back to the Angel. That's a long travel back. Might as well rest up for the night.
Yeah, well, we've got a comfortable bed available. You said that, let's get my marker out. That this is the...
Right opposite the inventors is the pub, yes.
So in here.
Mm-hmm. It's the White Horse. Again, and cracking music being played from the inn. Pretty decent decent vibe going off in there. And not exactly humming with business at the moment, but it is only early to late afternoon, about 4 or 5 o'clock-ish at this point in time.
Okay. Give me a beer, lad. I want a drink.
You want a drink? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
It's just a nice beer. Anything, you know.
A nice beer. Yeah, certainly, no problem at all. And he reaches over and pulls a draft beer with a hand pulled tap system, which is kind of unusual in these sorts of places. This is a you don't usually see this type of thing. He's drawing a beer, and it is a really good beer.
Let's have an ale as well. And does this place have rooms to rent?
Yes, no problem at all. Can certainly do you a room. How many rooms would you like?
I reckon what 3 would do us.
I mean, I know who'd want to share a room with me after that. What happened earlier.
We can do one each.
Is Archie standing just still? You need a hand moving your character over to the bar then. I'm assuming. Or are you just going to stand outside
Sorry, yeah.
the slaver's place?
Sorry, yeah. If you would, Trig.
Yeah, sure. Why you're having difficulty with this?
I think you've
Okay,
just put too many light sources on this one.
Possibly.
Oh yeah.
You could download Firefox on this time.
Oh, you could download Firefox and log into this game within a few minutes if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This stream is sponsored by Mozilla Firefox.
The as fears the fox.
Indeed.
So it would seem.
Guy's going to pop over there, sit at the table with his missus. He's going to brush past Fluffy without even noticing it's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna order a meal as well, and then I'm gonna claim a table, and I
Fair
need
enough.
to pop up to the.
And he's going to the
I
barman.
need to go AFK first.
Sorry, say again.
Go on.
The barman's going
I
to
was gonna
take
say
one.
I'm gonna go AFK.
Okay, you're going to go AFK. Whilst you're going AFK, the barman is going to point at Coatrack's character and go, "We don't serve that kind in here. You give them alcohol, they get all kinds of unpleasant. If he's drinking water."
I find this understandable.
Alright, you heard the lad.
Fair enough. Just keep your tracker under control. Is he going to be staying the night?
Yes, he can
barman.
room with one of
Right. Well, if there's any trouble with him at all, I want someone to own up now and take responsibility for him. We've had problems with him before.
I'll put my hand on Uzalu's shoulder.
What's happening?
The barman's being racist
Don't worry
towards
about
Coat.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, base.
Yeah.
This lad will take care of it.
How are you putting your hand on my shoulder, Di?
She has very long arms, apparently.
Essentially.
I don't know if I have space to fit in here and also slap Di's ass.
Oh,
You know what?
We can stick you on the end of the table there.
You know what? You're right. We can make it happen.
We
There,
can,
slap it on the way past.
We can shuffle them around or whatever. I don't know. Oh no, he's found
The
them.
world rearranges itself just for the purposes. That's fine.
Is Meady's doing anything in particular?
He'll
about.
just be sitting in the rafters observing.
Okay. Cool.
I assume the barman's not going to be racist against owls.
Barman has no problem at all about owls, especially clockwork.
I see. This is a man of good standing, clearly.
He's, as long as he doesn't shit all over the place, your pet bird's fine. But that Indian,
I think the most
I'm iffy about him. Same goes for him.
taken care
Well,
of.
I don't think Coatrack's gonna
What am I being roped into
shit
now?
everywhere. So
Alright,
You know, anything I'm roped into unduly, Di, is just going to result in more ass grabbing.
That's up to you, man.
Well, I would like to be able to make that decision, yes, but it seems like it's not up to me, actually.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Two gentlemen have just walked into the bar. They seem very well dressed indeed. And one of them is chatting to the barman, and then they go back and sit at a table together.
My cat is screaming for food once again.
All right, the barmaid's going to scurry off and fetch some food for you from the kitchen. And she's going to come back and go, there you go, Mr. Joseph. You and Cartwright there. Having a good day, are you, sir? Excellent. She quickly serves them a bottle of wine and steaks. And then goes back into the kitchen. And about 10 minutes later, she comes out and serves you. Was it only Cecilia that was having food?
I thought she was just eating
I'll
cyanide
order,
like normal.
well,
I'll order a meal.
Okay, I take it you ordered a meal with the thing.
Yeah,
Or?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah. So she's come out. She delivers more drinks and some absolutely excellent food. Oh, she goes, basically doing barmaid kind of things as the
What kind of a conversation are these guys doing? Can I listen in?
by all means, 13. Yeah, you can. They seem to be having some sort of conversation in. It doesn't sound exactly like the dialect that most people around here use. One can only describe it as rather English. Oh, yeah, it's a good show today. Yeah, Cartwright, how did your man Jenkins get called away by that Klaus chap? He's like, yeah, it's something about a horse. I wouldn't worry too much about it, old chap. Apparently some newcomers in town. In fact, I've got a sneaky suspicion they're at that table over there.
Huh.
That is the bit of the conversation that you have picked up.
We noticed each
Huh.
other.
And in fact, I'm just going to roll.
notice each other from across the room.
Yeah.
Or we finally realized we're being noticed, I should say.
Oh, you've most certainly been noticed.
Notices your Britishness, Uwu.
Oh, they did. 20. Okay. One of them, the one that has been referred to as Joseph, just sort of pops over to you and goes, excuse me, is any one of you? There's an owl. Is that one of your pets, by any chance? I've not seen it around here, and you seem to be the newcomer.
No, you can have it.
Sorry, bear with me. I'm in the middle of just setting up Roll20 in Firefox.
Ah.
Oh, nice.
Are you going to own up to being?
That is not lagging. Oh no, wait, yes it is. Okay, it is 50% better.
Good.
Yeah, no, there's still issues, but it's much better.
Good. I think to be honest, I think it's something I was playing around with a number of features on this map. I think some of the other maps will be better because I've reduced what I was doing. Because I basically penciled in every single wall. And it's not been as anywhere near as effective as I had hoped it would be. But it's certainly a lot.
Hiding the rest of the town when
I was going to say it's a lot better as far as me is concerned for you revealing
Oh yeah,
that.
the walking in from to the bar here had been interesting. Like it did it perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I recommend that you
Yeah,
don't pencil over the doorways, even if they are sometimes closed.
I agree. That's what I've done on some of the other ones. But I've
Yeah,
got a
this
lot of
is,
maps.
What experiment was it?
Exactly. So
this is so much better than Trig hiding areas when we're trying to look at them.
indeed.
Yeah, no,
I mean, in my mind, I think it's partly because I kept sending it out everywhere, and then he was like, "Oh shit, I just hid all of that." So, hey, I made things more difficult for Trig. That's always a win, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
You're being asked a question.
What was the question?
Does your party happen to own that rather interesting owl up there? He says, pointing up to the rafters. Not seen that around here before, and you seem to be the new people in town. Forgive me for putting one and one together and perhaps jumping to
yes,
to two.
I say yes.
Would you mind awfully if I took a look at it?
I pointed at Ez's character and I say it's his owl.
It is a mechanical owl, is it not?
I look at Ez's character.
I'll have it fly down from the rafters and land on my forearm and gesture towards him. By all means, if you want to have a look at it. In fact, I was kind of hoping after speaking to the blacksmith of the town that you may be able to help me maybe improve upon what I have here.
Well, pleasure to meet you. My name is Joseph, and this is my partner in crime, Cartwright. We're inventors in town. We came to here, heard of a wonderful town full of very, very talented people, and thought, that's just the place where we should be. And quite wonderful things have come from being here, I must say. And he reaches out to shake your hand. You shake his hand.
I will shake his hand, and I will have Medes in that moment jump to his shoulder.
You certainly ask him if he has come into contact with the devil to make deals with as well.
The devil that you make deals with? Are you referring to that?
I'm sorry, I was just saying out of game to the party.
Oh, okay.
But we probably should ask him.
Ask him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I think I interrupted you saying something else, Trig, that was just happening.
He is. Joseph is somewhat amazed at this owl and is may I take a closer look? He says it's sitting on his shoulder.
I allow him to, and I'll have the owl jump onto the table that they were sitting at, since that seems to be the empty table. As he's looking, I will ask him if he found himself just as successful before coming to this town, if he catches my drift.
We always enjoyed tinkering with things. You know how things are these days. Everyone's so it's a fantastic time to be alive. Lots of inventions, lots of new things, and new motive powers, and so on going off in the world. And yes, of
course.
If you're asking, are you hinting as to whether or not I've cut a deal with that?
Surely, if you're so well versed,
I think he was getting to the important part.
I know every time.
Sorry, go on.
I'm asking if you've ever frequented a tavern by a certain crossroad.
Can we hear the rest of that sentence?
If you're hinting towards what I think you are you suggesting that I might have cut a deal with that scoundrel Seamus over the Blackdog. Damned good pub, I must admit. But no. I'm naturally this good. He gives you a
Well,
wry grin.
you seem to have better wisdom than most of the people in the town,
They told you.
or at least a longer foresight.
Do you know if there's anyone else in the town who also didn't take the deal?
Oh, the town is full of people that didn't take a deal. There's a one or two that did, of course. In fact, as I understand it, there was a musician down on his luck a few years back. Basically, did some sort of occult ritual, buried some bones and some whatnot in the center of the crossroads, and along comes this Seamus character shortly after, and suddenly that person goes off, becomes a rather talented musician, gets the girl of his dreams and whatnot, life changed, and if you're I'm not one to go too much into too many occult things. I mean, there's certainly we don't know everything there is to know in this world, and there may be creatures beyond our understanding. And whether or not Seamus is one of those things, well, I wouldn't like to say, but yeah, it seems he stuck around and bought the place. Has been hoodwinking the unsuspecting and so on ever since. Mind you, that said, seems to be a man of his word who keeps his end of the deal. So he can't be all that bad, can he? And anyway, back to the question at hand. This bird's bloody amazing. Clockwork,
Thank you.
yes?
Mostly, yes. Feel free to disassemble if you like. You'll find he's most well behaved.
He ruffles in his pocket and pulls out a couple of very fine screwdrivers and a pair of tweezers. And so, all right, just give me a hand with this. I promise he'll be fine. And just sort of, have a bit of a tinker, lifts up a wing and so on, finds a hatch and opens it up. My God, the work is incredible. You did this yourself, you say?
Several times, in fact, yes. He does seem to have a propensity of meeting accidents.
Well, I mean, he's made of brass. He's hardly what I would call robust. I'm sure we can come up with something that's a little stronger for him if you like. But
what do you have in mind?
Steel, my good man, steel. It's a little heavier than brass, but it's certainly a little stronger. Bit more robust, less likely to bend. But maybe replace some of these bearings.
Wingspan, then.
Perhaps. Maybe replace some of these bearings with some polished crystals, or gemstones even. Gemstones? Would you reckon, Coatrack? Rubies. Definitely rubies. We polish some rubies up, we get some mineral oil, pop that in there, replace these cogs with something a little more sturdy. Perhaps some good carbon steel. We'll have the blacksmith rustle some up there. Yes, I reckon we can definitely do something here. Whilst you're at it, I want you to roll me a perception. In fact, everyone roll a perception that wants to roll a perception. Okay.
Oof, not that great.
Okay. Okay, yes. Kiki, the Fluffy is going to send you an image in your head, telepathically, of an eye with a few rays beaming down from below it, and you notice, as do you, uzalu, and Dai, you all notice that both these two chaps, Cartwright and Joseph, are have a metal badge on their outfits. It's an eye with 4 rays beaming down from underneath it. Not the same eye in a pyramid thing that you were looking at, but not a million miles different, I must admit. But it is definitely a different badge. But they've definitely got it's quite a nice little brooch they've got on there. But they're muttering in conversation with this, and Joseph turns back around to you again, Archie, and he's like, and I must admit, you yourself, sir, your grip, you're wearing metal gloves, yes?
Yes, I wouldn't say that is too difficult to surmise.
And a metal mask as well, it seems.
Yes, there's a bit of a story there, but what are you getting at?
I would love to hear the story, sir. Anything mechanical and so on. I'm assuming it was possibly some sort of horrible accident and disfigured, and I'm terribly sorry to hear that if that's the case. But the mechanism, sir, the mechanism is fascinating to me. I would love to know more if possible.
I would like to roll insight.
By all means, roll an insight. Okay.
15.
Yes. You are. Yeah, they seem extremely keen to know what you are. You might actually get an inkling that they suspect that you are not wholly human, shall we say?
And do I get any inkling about what they might want to do with a not entirely human?
No.
Humanoid.
They seem extremely interested in you, though.
God damn it, Trig, you're going to kill off my character.
That a brooch you two have is very interesting. Where did you get it?
This is the National Association of Electrolyzers. We're all there's a whole bunch of us are part of a group. It's nothing much. We really like to dabble with a little bit of electricity here and there, and see what it can do. I do things like electroplating and so on. There's
Can I ask to see the symbol up close?
Yes, absolutely. Cartwright, do you mind helping the lady out with the... Cartwright pops over there and takes the little brooch off. It's a very well-made brooch. It seems to be made of what looks like it's as hard as steel, but it shines like gold. And it was like, we've electroplated steel with gold, you see. We can make any metal item have a layer of any other metal item we like with this electrolyzing thing. It's rather...
This electroplating, is this similar
they've made these
to...
themselves, and they're is what I'm hearing.
They made them themselves, you say? They're part of an organization. I don't know if you've heard of us. There's quite a lot of prominent members. Even Benjamin Franklin is a member. In fact, to be honest, we just essentially just a gang of experimenters and tinkerers that like to meet up for a few drinks every now and then and talk shop and so on, you know.
What were these two names? Cartwright and...
Pardon? Oh, sorry, hold on. Too many people talking at once. Would your character know what? Sorry?
Like, would my character even know who Benjamin Franklin is?
Probably not. Ez has done some
Michael
reading.
mentioned him.
So, yeah, Ez has done some reading, so he might have run into them. And yes, well done. Yes, Mike did mention him and a few others.
What were the names of these guys? It was Cartwright and something else?
And Joseph.
Joseph. So, he mentioned electroplating with gold. I asked it. I was going to ask: is that similar to the process of adding a layer of silver to metal?
Sounds like it's exactly the thing. Yes. Have you run into this before?
Yes. We were in. God, what was the name of the other town?
New Erection.
No, that wasn't it. That was where we came from. The town was the voodoo doctor.
Yes.
Wait, that's what it was called.
Hold on a second. Let me bring up the map. Unless I've got it completely wrong. Where's the map?
The first town we went to after we left Michael.
Horny Town. Sorry, you're right. Quite right.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. No. We met a fella who lives over at Horny Town. I can't recall his name, I'm afraid, but he introduced us to this whole process, and I have to say, I found it fascinating. In fact, I've been doing a bit of experimenting. I think I may know ways to potentially speed it up, or at least I'd like to try them out.
Was that Tom? Tom Foolery?
Actually, I think it was.
Yes, I know Tom. Good man. Good man. So you've already run into electrolyzers then, and done some electrolysis. Well, that is interesting. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Can quite easily put a bit of a layer of silver on things for you if should be your desire. Quite like the idea. Electroplating swords and knives, covering them in silver. I suppose that stops them tarnishing over time, doesn't it? Good idea. Very good idea. Cartwright, why didn't I think of that? That's a bloody excellent idea. Remember to write that down somewhere and backdate it. We'll claim that one was mine. Just kidding, old chap. If you like, we can put your name on it. Perhaps sort of see if we can't get a patent written up for you.
I think it was actually Tom's idea, to be honest.
Was it now? Perhaps he's already gone and done that. Haven't checked with the patent office. Things are a bit slow with those people of late. So many blooming inventions, I guess. Anyway, that's what Cartwright does. Is he keeps things in order for me. Well, helps out with the odd experimental too, don't you, old chap? Yes, of course. Right. So yes.
Well, if you're willing to help improve old Meady's there, I'd be happy to show you some of the things I know, and perhaps we could do a knowledge share.
Yeah, possibly. You're staying here tonight, are you?
Yeah, this tavern, yes.
Tell you what, you leave old Meady's, did you say his name was?
I'm sure he'd be happy to go with you.
And you were... Sorry, I didn't catch your name, old chap.
Oh, my name, I'm Archie.
Archie and Meady's. I love it. Fantastic.
I raised an eyebrow at him, trying to work out if he was making a joke there.
Oh, Archimedes. Very familiar with his work. Excellent.
Well, I'm glad you are. I didn't think my name had travelled this far.
He looks slightly confused. Yes. Your name, that's right. I assume you were named after him. Great philosopher and classical scientist. And you take it you're following...
myself much of a philosopher, but definitely scientist. That sounds like a good title.
No, philosophy, study of the natural sciences, physics, and so on, and the order of things. Science and philosophy go hand in hand. I like to think, at least. Anyway, if you want to leave old Meady's with me tonight, Cartwright and I'll have a quick look at it and maybe a bit of a tinker, see what we can come up with.
I give Meady's a look and tell him to go with the nice man, and Meady's will hop onto his shoulder. I assume he got reassembled by them when they were done looking at him.
Yes, they only basically took a look under the hood, so to speak.
And I'll ask this guy if he has any material on the organization that he represents that we could read over tonight.
Any information on them? Not to hand, I suppose. I might be able to pull something together. Tell you what, I'll have a look if we can find any. I don't really. They keep leaflets as such. It's not exactly a secret organisation, but it's not exactly one that we don't exactly advertise. Got to be in the know, if you know what I mean. And he taps his nose.
Oh, I understand entirely. Tell me, does your organisation have any ties with other organisations with similar symbology, or are you just a one-man band sort of organisation?
I don't know about one-man band. You talk well. There were other secret societies, Freemasons and sort of people like that, and certain religious sects. But no, we try to keep to ourselves, if you will. I'm fairly sure it's possible for someone who's a member of us to be a member of some other organisation, but no, there's no actual affiliation as far as I'm aware. Possible, but I don't think so. Couldn't tell you. It's
Guy,
not like
do
I'm
you- do
right
you-
at the top of the organisation or anything, but it's just essentially a drinking club for tinkerers and people of men of science. You understand?
Guy,
It's funny you're
do you
saying
think we
it
should
out
ask
loud.
him if he knows about the Illuminati symbol?
I mean,
They're similar.
you can show them the picture if you want. You can make that decision.
Who has the picture?
It is in your handouts.
Yeah, I assumed everyone would at
Well,
least have it.
unless anyone has any strong aversion to me showing them that picture, I'll ask them what they think of it.
No.
So which one are you?
Great. Well,
which one are you showing?
the pyramid eye symbol.
Well, we've got the one on the letter, which isn't exactly a pyramid eye. That is this. Bung it in event announcement. No, I'll bung it in events one. Event one. Hold on. And yes, Mycroft. That is exactly. Bubo is exactly what Archie Medes was built modelled on.
This one.
That's the one. Okay, so it's.
Did we not also have the all-seeing eye shown to us by Michael?
Have also had that one, which is why I was sort of asking that, because that one was a bit more simplistic. That classic, eye in
the
triangle.
one. So, tell you what I'll do is
You've got a copy of the symbol that Kiki and I posted. On the piece
it's
of
the
paper.
other one it's the other one I was more interested in, because that's the one that Michael showed us. I'm going to use this ability, magical tinkering, to make it appear on the surface of the table and ask if he's ever come across this symbol.
Looks at it.
I believe this is the right one for this. This looks like the right ability.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, it's not dissimilar, is it? Well, you are quite right. That's not very different from ours. I mean, no is the simple answer. No, I've not seen that one. This is just the pyramid and the eye one, yes?
Yes.
Not the other one.
No,
yes.
Not the Freemason one.
No, he's not seen. He has not seen that one. Let me see if I can get you a. Oh, it's not very clear in that one. No, because the one they're wearing is just an eye and then four rays, if you would, like a ray of a sun. Two long, two shorter, shining down from it. But it is similar. But no, I'm not totally familiar with that one.
Okay. After he says he's not familiar with it, I'm going to touch the surface table again, and the all-seeing eye image will just fade from existence from it.
They are going to raise somewhat of an eyebrow at this. I'm sorry it's so small, but I've only done it on tiny token art so far.
Okay.
This is roughly what they're wearing as a brooch. If you can, when it processes, as you can see, it's just a little eye. It's not a million miles away.
I cannot make out what that is at all. I'm sorry.
Can you not?
That's way too small for me.
Again, it's
I am
I'm an old
also
man.
blind.
My eyes aren't as good as
I am
yours.
also blind.
it is an eye, and then then coming down in a triangular shape from it, small. Yeah, there you go.
I blew it up.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's the Eye of Ra.
It's not the Eye of Ra, no. But again, not dissimilar.
Fair enough.
It's right. I'll tell you what though. We'll take your little chap meanies over, and I'll see if I can rustle something up. Because you know what, we might have some bits and bobs lying around that we can do some quick work on. How long are you staying in Ballplay?
I'll turn and look at the rest of the party, in particular giving Maximus attention since he seems to be the most keen to leave.
Hello?
Why do you get that impression?
Well, you seemed to want to get out of this town as soon as possible. Maybe I've misread
No.
you.
Yes, you misunderstood.
Okay, well, all right, I'll turn back to that. We do have business elsewhere, but I'm sure we could delay it for a time. How much time would you need?
Well, pop over and see me tomorrow. By then we'll have been able to have a quick look at it and see what we can do. If I can do something quickly, fantastic. We'll do something quickly for it. And if not, it might take a day or two, because obviously we've got to gonna have to get a few parts potentially made custom for you. But if you would allow me if you're going to allow me to dismantle this, and I will be taking notes and hopefully trying to maybe replicate the little
By all
chappy.
means, and if you can come up with any ideas for making them a bit more robust and perhaps even being able to carry a bit more, that would be brilliant.
So we can just generally upscale and increase its robustness, so to speak.
Well, yes, ideally without making him too much bigger. I mean, he's really useful right now for being a bit more surreptitious.
Yes, sort of hanging around.
Yeah, he likes to watch from a distance and stay out of harm's way. He does seem to unfortunately draw a lot of attention, like shush die. Be quiet. Yes.
Yeah.
I that is exactly the plan.
This is gonna be great.
But he does seem to draw fire sometimes. It's this rather unfortunate.
Okay. So not too much bigger.
Ideally, I mean, I'll keep an open mind.
See what we can do. So if we were talking about scaling him up, maybe a larger owl eagle would be a bit too much, I think. Are we thinking? Because I mean, if we could recreate this as an eagle, we could probably get quite a lot more weight carrying. But it would definitely not be as stealthy.
I mean, I have a bit of an affinity for the owl shape, but I could be convinced to go with an.
Can he not just flap fast? I mean, yes.
I suppose.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, old chap. We'll give it a bash. Have a look at it tonight. Have a bit of a think. Draw some plans up, and Cartwright, you've been looking for a new project to tinker with. This might be just the thing. And if Archie here doesn't mind us as copying his work, I guess I should think we could probably do something for you. At cost, if not yes, absolutely. Smashing.
I'm calling it here. I'm calling it here, guys. That sometime when we get near to the final boss encounter, we're going to be attacked by eagle drones. But that aside,
fair
yes,
enough.
Archie is completely happy for the guy to study Medes and see what he can do.
Okay, so they're going to go. Well, thank you ever so much. Well, we're going to just go and finish our meal now because it's going to go cold if we're not careful. And old Mavis there does do a fantastic steak and ale pie. We're going to finish up and yes, pop over tomorrow. And if you need any business doing whilst you're there, we can perhaps do that. Smashing. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you all. And in fact, if you want to, have any questions or anything else, by all means, just, shout over. We're only at this table over here.
Do we know where to go find them, or are we gonna meet up here?
Yeah.
Our shop is just across opposite on the opposite side of the road.
Okay.
And they're gonna sit there.
Asked Cecilia if she wouldn't mind having her dog keep an eye on them overnight, just in case.
I could do. I mean, can you not see as Medes sees?
Not if they disassemble them, I can't.
Well, if they disassemble him, then you immediately know something's gone wrong and can gather the group.
They are intending to disassemble him.
He agreed to have it disassembled.
Yeah, they're literally planning to take it apart and essentially replace what they can and reverse engineer it. Yes, and maybe scale it up a bit.
Maybe. I don't want to miss out on his walk, though. I'll send him over straight after we finished.
Yeah, I mean, it could be after we turn in for the night,
I assume would Az be able to see through his eyes, or if something goes awry?
I can't see through the Hell Dog's eyes, but Kiki can.
Kiki can, yeah.
I think.
I can't see through the Hell Dog's eyes. It can just communicate with me telepathically.
Okay. That was it. Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Fezzer on spot and ask him what he thinks of this cuisine. It must be quite different to what he's used to.
You underestimate the flavors of nature, my friend.
Ah, really? I don't know. I just assumed you were some sort of vegetarian or something.
The big eats the small, unless the small come together to eat the big.
Wise. Unless you have anything else to say to them, they will make their way back over the road, and at one point one of them will run back with a piece of paper. I'm just going to drop this link in
this link.
And also this link in Events 1. That
Oh, goddammit, Trig.
should show you and link you to all you need to know about this particular freak show that I'm hinting at. Because yes, they're real and they exist even today, although not quite as
I feel compelled to put this picture into is in response. I don't know if you know what that is, though, Trig.
Hold on a second. I am everywhere and nowhere at the moment.
Actually, this might be a better example of it.
They're just cult supporters.
Yes, yes. Actually, there you go. Some more.
What about?
It's not a
And
squid.
because
It's a
as I
hand.
was listening to them, I was like, "Well, I'm surprised they don't have their pamphlets ready." Like, what an oversight for cult leaders.
Yeah, they're not. They're fairly picky about who they recruit, and how they recruit them.
Yeah, with Meaties though, they saw potential perhaps. Someone there.
With Meaties, they saw potential. It's fair.
I'm doing my best to not bring knowledge I know into the game, just generally. So, otherwise, Archie would be a lot more careful about what he says to them and what he shows in his capabilities.
Right. So they've
There's
buggered
a
off,
real chance that this will lead to my character being killed.
and they've buggered off. He's come back and he's given you that URL, and you'll go. There you go. You'll know what to do with that.
Has he given us the URL, or has he given us a QR code, some strange black dots?
You know what? He's given you a QR code for you to scan on your smartphones. Do you scan the QR code? If so,
no, I
deduct $50 from your account.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a loaded question.
I will set up a VM first.
Thank you for the tip.
QR code is the QR code is the first test of the electrolyzers. They give you their they hand you the pamphlet which just has a QR code. If you scan it, you're out.
Indeed. So, are you sending the dog straight over to sit there and look through the window? Or
you know what? Yeah, the dog can sit over there and look through the window while they do the disassembly.
Okay. I will allow. I will actually put Fluffy on the inside, just so that you can see inside.
Spiritual name is Nibble Knees.
And yeah, you will observe that they are dismantling so on, and taking notes copiously. And at one point, a chap that you recognise, that Fluffy recognises, wanders in with that came down to help out Klaus, and he takes a slip of paper and wanders off into a back room. And basically there is activity all night, people coming backwards and forwards. This chap seems to sort of wander up the road. Fluffy will keep an eye on him, and he notices that he goes into the blacksmith's for a bit, and comes back out. And this sort of activity goes on quite late into the night.
Well, before we head to bed, I'm gonna give Atia a knock and ask if she fancies an evening run.
Sure.
And yeah, we'll give Fluffy a break to do some late night walkies.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, Fluffy will meet you in the street. It is definitely getting dark now. It's about 9 at night.
I I have dark vision. It's all right.
You do.
And he produces light anyway.
He does. In fact, let me let me.
I mean, we don't have to run around or anything on the map, but
There you go. It's now in
Why not a
nighttime
force
mode.
strike to do something interesting like that?
Di, have you noticed
you
you have infrared vision?
Holy shit! I do.
yeah, dynamic
I
lighting.
was wondering why everything was red.
Yeah, that stuff in red you can see and I can't because you've got night vision
Oh
and I
shit!
don't.
Fuck, man, that's great.
You're being haunted.
But yeah, we'll just go on a run around town. I mean, do you want us to make perception checks, see if we see anything interesting, or
I mean, sure. Or are you heading south?
I wanna see what this vision can do. Or we don't have.
You run past the inventor's shop, past the sheriff's place. Which, roll me a perception. Oh, is that what you've just done?
Oh, perception.
yeah, we're pretty good.
Okay, Di, you notice, and in fact, you both hear the sounds of what seems to be the sheriff occupying himself with perhaps a female of some sort. You
the
can
sheriff, you say?
you definitely smell the sweat, shame, and other things beginning with S.
Okay.
Let's do the unthinkable and
Squid.
what?
Indeed, squid.
I'm gonna do the unthinkable,
Salmon.
and we're
Salmon,
gonna
definitely.
run around the back. And
Sardines.
as we
Sorry
do
if
a
that's
loop,
too normal for you, Di.
Soy.
as we do a
Salmon
loop,
is probably
we're
quite
gonna go
accurate.
behind
yeah.
all of the like Hollywood backdrops. What's this? Is this a fence?
That's what that yes. You can see over it.
How high is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just jump that.
So half of my screen is like
Is it
black.
is it a problem if I step away for several minutes?
No.
Good.
Essentially,
Cool.
it's as long as whilst these two are dicking about, everybody else can get themselves a good night's sleep and be well rested. Any injuries that
Yeah.
anyone suffered?
Speaking of a good night's sleep, wouldn't mind getting one of those in real life. I don't want to cut the session short. We've been going for 3 hours. It's less than normal, but I'm not going to be able to stay awake for much longer.
Fair enough.
And it's not the RP itself. I've just been awake too long.
No,
Yeah.
no, I get that.
You were saying that earlier.
Yes.
Is this someone's garden?
That is someone's garden.
It's just a black screen.
If you guys like, you're welcome to keep playing as long as my character wouldn't be involved in whatever you're doing. Or Trig can just ferry it around passively if you guys want to keep going for an hour or so.
What do you guys want to do? I'm happy to carry on with one man down. I will. Don't worry, I will look after your character. There is a few things that may happen, depending on a couple of dice rolls. But they could be, depending on how much
I'm having fun with this.
Exactly. So okay, right. You guys carry on with your run around town.
If
I'll
there's
be right
any,
back.
we're gonna keep an eye out as well for any like rabbits or anything that he can run off and have as a snack.
I mean, are we going towards the sound? Oh.
What sound?
No, I was just the sheriff.
The sheriff
No, I was
is
just
down below the
doing-
inventor's place. You're
Yeah, I was
running the
just doing
opposite
a loop
direction.
of the town essentially.
Yes.
But yeah. Let's see whether or not Fluffy finds. Is this potatoes or a dude?
That is a dude. He's just going about his business.
Well,
He has a rake in hand. But yeah, he is just a dude.
odd night for raking.
Odd night for running. He says as you run past and nods.
Yeah.
Touche,
Okay.
touche. I mean, you know, he's not wrong.
Yeah. I'm presuming there's like some wildlife, like a
check this
bunny or
out.
something. that we can go
you know
after.
what? It's town.
Wait, was that a bunny?
That's a
Did I miss
person.
this?
What a bunny?
Okay, no, I thought you were making like a.
Are you wanting Fluffy to do some hunting?
Yeah. I'll send him off to do some hunting.
Because
Bring the dog for a run.
there is something you could do if you wanted horse. You could hunt Klaus's horse with one of Fluffy's abilities.
Oh God, do we want to make him our enemy like that though?
Would he know?
We could, but the thing is,
Would
Di
he?
and I,
Oh, that's true.
Di and I
That sounds
did
funny.
not see Klaus's horse.
Did you not? Okay. Yeah, okay, you
No,
didn't.
we were around the other side throwing
You were
sticks.
playing with the dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
you know, if we happen to come across a horse, I mean.
Yeah, well, whatever we find first is
We are
gonna.
running around town, like if we find a horse that
Yeah.
just, you know, appears, it's gonna be.
Oh, what's this in the back here? Is this
Roll me
impossible?
a survival check. The three of you. Oh, you do not find any. It seems devoid of all wildlife. The wildlife seems to be running from you, if it is there at all.
Nothing unusual there.
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
Fine.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yes. You will definitely be aware of some rabbits just off the map to the left. If you wish to send Fluffy after them, you can do.
Yeah, I'll see whether or not he can go and eat one and bring us back one.
Okay.
With the command hunt.
With the command hunt, he bolts off into the towards essentially where the Blackdog Inn is, and he's not long gone before
That's a quick reaction, though.
yeah, he travels really fast, and
he knows exactly what to do.
He does, and you suddenly hear and see a flash of red in the distance, and
is that 50 damage?
that is 50 damage, and
Bro, there's no rabbits left. It's just paste. Why did you?
And a few minutes later, Fluffy comes back with a visible grin on his face. There is, you can't tell whether he's eaten anything, and he has brought something back for you. It's
getting there fucking killed them. What do you mean?
it's charred. Whatever he's brought you back is absolutely pulverized and burned, but he throws it over to your feet, Cecilia, and he basically he's got a grin on his face that you really it's blatantly obvious that he's had a whale of a time, and you almost think you hear a
Cecilia.
I
don't think he's gonna be able to get us food.
It's a first step, and I'll reach down and give him good boy pets and pretend to be proud of the rabbit.
Trig, I'm not sure they got the Muttley reference.
Did you not hear the Muttley? It did come through, okay?
Yeah.
Did it? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it did.
Yeah,
Good.
that's the first thing I heard when I got back. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yes.
No, but the thing is, that's your normal laugh, so it's.
I mean, it's not far off.
I mean, I've heard you sound like that.
Yes. And
New romantic pickup line, I could be the Dick Dastardly to your Muttley.
Ouch.
Anyway, we've had a good run. He's I'll let him eat the other rabbit,
Those fucking
and
poor rabbits, man.
yeah, and we'll head back to bed. Has the owl been disassembled at this point?
I will say that Ez is no longer able to see. Yes, the owl was disassembled way before the light it got dark. Yes, first thing they did was basically take it apart and start measuring and counting cogs.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're pretty much done then, yeah.
Oh, they're far from done.
What
They
is
will be
this-
they will
what
be
is this
working all
person
night.
doing?
They will be pulling an absolute all-nighter on this.
Yeah, what's this person doing out so
Yeah.
late on their own?
He's just wandering around, you know. In fact, you know what? He's chatting to this bird here.
Well, she's wearing bright purple on a night like this. She's probably selling herself.
Outside the pub too.
I mean, he is basically, you know, brandishing his wood at her, and she seems mighty impressed.
Outside the blacksmith, not the pub.
Yeah.
I don't need to see this. I'm gonna move down and head to bed for the night. Fluffy's gonna keep an eye on these guys, and he can send me. I mean, does he need to sleep? I'll give him pets before we
Where's the
go.
inn? Are we going? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the inn's in here.
Yep.
Oh, not in there. That's the electrolyzers die.
Oh shit. I don't know where I am.
Other side of the road. Clearly too much booze.
Over here where I am die.
I'm in the right spot.
I don't know. I can't see anymore because
Why
my light source is
have
gone.
you not? Why is it not working? I don't know. But yes, you're in the right spot. Tell you what, let's cut to the chase, and hold on a second. I'll just blink. There you go, light source. I tried to cut down on the light sources in there. Yep. So you'll make your ways to your rooms, and unless anyone's going to be purposefully cause grief, you will have a very pleasant night's sleep on what seem to be absolutely outstandingly made beds. A duvet and mattress that is hundreds of years ahead of its time, and you sleep like kings.
Yeah, Uzu's character is looking after the minorities, like we promised.
Mhm. Question.
Archie would like to spend the night reading the material they gave us.
Fair enough. Is Archie in a room by himself?
I believe so.
I'm in a
Okay.
room by myself. We put Uzalu and Coat's
Okay.
character in the same
Right.
room.
Okay.
I don't know about Kiki's character.
Yeah, I took her in.
Let me just.
Rick, in the material they gave us, do you
Okay.
believe there's enough there that Archie would be concerned for his safety?
I don't know. With the material that I sent you, does it look like
Go
you
with
would be?
Uzalu and Coatrack's character. It might be better.
I mean, Cecilia's done the. I mean, she's not
Well, Cecilia,
staying
you
in the
could go
same
in my
room.
room as well.
They
Yeah,
didn't.
I mean,
Sorry, go on.
whichever room Cecilia's in is using the string and bell system.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean that the electrolyzers. What have we got here? Is dedicated to helping progressive spiritual technologists overcome societal obstacles by delivering resources so they can bring new technology to mankind and robot kind alike. We believe in the potential of the new motive power and its ability to herald a new era of utopia. We support our members
Robot-kind. That's an interesting phrase.
through leading-edge approaches to effectively meet personalized spiritual and technological development demands, whether through seances, expanded research, spiritual benchmarking and data analysis capabilities, or symposiums and other networking opportunities. The NAE empowers members, arming them with a competitive long-term advantage. Your metaphysical imprint is our passion. So I don't think that sounds particularly foreboding.
No, it doesn't.
In fact, you know what? I suspect Archie would find them to be quite interesting people.
One question though.
Uh-huh.
Is that robot using the modern definition or the classical definition?
I mean, I didn't write the website. I'm just going to pop that up there. As it is a modern website, and it's a website for God's sakes. I would assume that is written as in the modern version. They are definitely interested in the idea of mechanical beings, which is why they're absolutely fascinated with medes.
Oh, mechanical automatons, not slaves.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Bring new technology to mankind and robot kind alike.
Yes.
Yeah, Trig just read that.
Yep.
I mean, I would imagine.
Fair enough.
I would imagine that they would sound quite enticing to someone like Archie as as an organisation.
Fair enough.
But you know, it is your character to play. I will not tell you how to play it. And yes, I know I might have let slip certain details. They are a bunch of fucking freak shows. But
As I say, I'm not going to bring in my out of knowledge for this.
Sure. Good. Appreciate that. Right, so other than that, everyone's had a very, very restful sleep, and everybody is back up to full health and are no longer drained of their vital fluids and juices for whatever reason that they might be. Hints at Uzalu's character being a degenerate and letting succubuses feed from him. Right.
I know, it was a bit of a Chad move, wasn't it?
Well, it depends.
He took necrotic damage.
Yeah. If he keeps this up, he is literally going to be a succubus's bitch. So it is the morning. The barman. Have you guys paid? You don't think you've paid for the rooms and the food. So I'd like you to all knock off $10 for this retardedly expensive inn that you've gone to.
Did we just eat a meal that was in value equal to a house?
You have just basically gone to a pub in London, yes.
I know. Even at London prices. I mean, in London, you still get shit.
Yes, true.
That was a pricey pub.
Was.
But we're on the road for 2 months to get back to Michael. So
maybe we
it's
should buy
worth
one
having
of
a
their
good night's
advanced
sleep.
beds then.
Mm-hmm. Right, so it is the morning. What do you want to do?
Breakfast?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I mean, sure.
have a chat with. I'm gonna have a chat with Fluffy, call him back, and
Can I see anything
ask him
through
what he
Meady's
saw.
eyes?
Actually, that's a good question.
And is Fluffy still in there watching?
Fluffy is actually peering through the window, but I've put him inside because I didn't do the two-way windows properly. On this map.
Okay.
Um. Oof. Okay. Yes. Meady's. You can see through his eyes.
Oh.
He
What do I
doesn't.
see?
What?
He doesn't appear to be able to move, but you can see that there are 3 people in the workshop working or already still working on him, still working on him. You're not sure which. He can't fly yet. But in fact, you're just about to see old Joseph and fucking, I can't remember the other guy's name. Fuck it. The other guy running off to the blacksmith. I've got the thing closed, and spending some time up there. But they seem rather pleased with themselves, as they should be. They rolled a 20. Meady's is pretty much finished and ready to go. Oh, excuse me. Crikey.
Mecha Meadies.
About 10 minutes later, was it Cartwright? Something like that. Runs down the street with a small hemp cloth bag in his hands. Runs in there and he goes, I've got it! He did it! Man's a legend. He might be a soulless freak. Did it. And they drop some parts down on the table and start working on it. I'm going to have to do some new artwork for Meady's. He is a bigger owl now. He is also no longer bronze. He is steely grey, where his bronze
Very
was.
imperial.
We
can always electroplate him.
You could indeed electroplate him.
The real question is, though, Tree, if he dies and I have to rebuild him, does he revert?
That is a very good question, and to be discussed. Actually, on this front, you will have to reverse engineer him.
Unless they give me the plans.
They will certainly share with you what they have done. Yes. So yeah, Fluffy can confirm, and Meady's will also confirm to you that they're pretty much sorted out. And by 9:30, Meady's is happily hopping about, and has an extra 2 hit points. Meady's is now 6 hit points.
Well, it's a start.
He might survive.
He's still going to get one shot by most things.
Yeah,
But
there was
most is better than not.
There was a significant size constraint there, and there were other issues that you suggested were more important than strength alone.
Early morning, Trig, is there like a butcher's or something where I can buy a cheap hunk of meat that's not going to cost me like a house?
Yes, if you just go up from the inventors, 2 doors up, you will find. In fact, I'll put the chap outside the house. Outside, there is a butcher's there.
It's all good. I'll just buy like a big lump of meat for Fluffy.
Sure.
Yeah. Give him some breakfast.
Are the butchers also very talented?
No, he's just a butcher's.
Okay.
I mean, he's raised his game.
the guy
Everyone around here seems to be really, really stonkingly good. So, of course, you know, his sausages are pretty damn decent. His steaks, you know, he takes pride in it because there's a lot of money in this town. I don't know if you noticed. And
talent attracts talent.
Talent attracts talent,
Yeah.
as you're well aware.
Is talented enough. Yeah, guy at the bar is talented enough to manage to squeeze $10 out of every guy who stops.
Well, if you will just go, I'll take a room and buy some food and don't ask him, he's going to hit you with a bill.
I mean, if he sold his soul, he's got to get his money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm quite excited to see what new upgrades Medes has. Besides the 2 more hit points. Shall we, once we've done with our morning meal, shall we head over there and see if they're ready?
Sure.
Coatrack,
Yeah, what?
Kiki?
What?
Yeah, what?
I think, do you guys want to head over to the inventor shop?
No.
I kind of want to get on the road to go back to Michael, but I'm aware that there are things for you from the inventor shop that are very much prone to you and not to us.
Fine. Well, I guess I will go on my own then if no one wants to join me.
Well, I'll accompany, but like this is your part.
Okay. So, Fluffy comes back to see you. And Archie, you're going to go over to the inventors then?
I'd like to after breakfast, yes.
Oh, for God's sakes, you've eaten breakfast, would you like to go over to the inventors?
Yes.
You want me to describe the bacon and the eggs to you?
If you want. I mean, I don't think anyone else would want it.
Right. Okay, you have a very, very nice breakfast. As everybody else is staying there to eat and finish up their breakfast, you make your way over to the inventors.
Where's the door for the inventors?
You know what, I'm just going to put Fluffy in there anyway, because, you know what, walk through the door. You need light source in there.
There's light in there.
There is now. Fluffy's in. Right, okay, yeah, they are, happy to see you, and happy to hand over Medes to you. As you can see, he is somewhat stronger. And can you see his tech tree, his character sheet?
Yes, I can.
They have made 1 or 2 improvements. He is a little more robust. His constitution has been improved, and so has his wisdom. Couldn't do much
cool.
for his attack ability, but he will now fly 60. He'll still only walk 20. He still only has an armor class of. In fact, we're going to move that up to 30 because he is basically a little chunk of hardened steel now. Not thick hardened steel, but certainly he's a lot more robust than what he used to be. And
Awesome.
your friends over there who are absolutely ecstatic. They're rabbiting on about gear ratios and improving the tensile strength of the wings, and they couldn't go any bigger or any stronger without really increasing the size. So what they thought they would do was try to improve the lenses on its eyes, and so they've given them a polish and just tweaked the circumference and shape of the lenses, and as a result, he's a little bit more perceptive, as you can see, and generally giving him an all-round improvement. Sorry we couldn't keep the colour. He is a bit more of a white and grey coloration now, but that's steel for you. It doesn't brass up as easily. I suppose we could electroplate it, but that would take a little bit of a while, and we're not sure about whether or not that will affect it by adding too much weight to it. At the present moment, we think it's pretty much as good as it's going to go, without going balmy.
Yes, seems wonderful. So, very, very good job, if I must say. You'll have to tell me exactly how you did it, so I know how to make repairs if I need to.
Absolutely. Well, what we did was we got some tempered steel, and we made sure that it was impregnated with just the right amount of carbon and quenched at I don't know, 300 degrees. It's basically as just the steel turns blue, is when we quenched it. That locks in the crystal structure of the steel, and as you can see, he gets a screwdriver out and sort of scratches at the wing. The screwdriver doesn't make any dents; it doesn't scratch it. It's quite hardened now, so he's got a little bit more robustness. No, there'll be no hawks pecking at him and knocking their way through his metal plates. We've changed what we can of brass and swapped those out for steel, and kept the weight down as much as possible. And as I said, yes, we've just generally polished up a few bits here. Bit of mineral oil in these particular points, and replaced them with polished rubies. Only very tiny rubies here. If you'd like, I can. We've got a few spare parts, the gems and so on. Here, absolutely. Take these, and if you have any problems repairing them for the next 2 or 3 turns, or 2 or 3 times if he breaks, these parts should do you just fine. I hope you don't mind. We as agreed, drew up quite detailed plans for it. I've got a bit of a copy of them here for you, and I'm going to try and make a few of these myself, if you don't mind. And he hands you a bag of bits and bobs, and a roll of paper.
I will take both those. And then I'll ask him about this organization of his, the electrolyzers.
Yes, did you like the information we gave you?
I was actually quite curious how one goes through the process of learning more, perhaps even joining.
Oh, well, tell you what, got a badge here. It's not the gold. It is in silver. If you want to take this as a sort of talisman, and if you're running around in a city and find someone like ourselves, you show them this, and they will know you're a friend. And you get somebody to put in a good word for you, and maybe they will take you on board and take you under their wing and get you into a meeting or so on. I mean, if you said you were traveling today, was it?
I believe my travel partners are keen to get underway. Yes.
Okay. Do you know where exactly you're traveling to?
I'm not 100%. What was the name of the town we were meant to find Michael in? I assume that's where we were going.
Michael
next.
is New Erection. Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought we had to go somewhere north to find him.
If he's not at New Erection, there is a town just south of New York, where he might be. Let's see. Did I put that on the map as well? I believe I did.
You definitely mentioned it, but I can't remember if you put it on the map.
Ah, yes, Mianus. That's the one. So yes.
What?
Mianus. Mianus.
Wonderful.
Like I said,
Wonderful,
I don't come up
Jake.
with these names. America did. Well done, America. You found
It
some
doesn't make
fun.
you sound any less gay.
Yes, that's right. So yes, if they're not at if he's not at New Erection, you can find him in my anus. Right. Smutty giggling over. Are you going to tell them that is your route?
Our ultimate destination is in that direction. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm not going to say necessarily that's where we're going directly.
Well, we might have a chapter up in New York. Not sure about New Erection. Let's have a quick look. He pulls out his little black book. It's like, yes, chap in. Oh, yes, there are a couple of people that are just outside New Erection. Actually, you might be able to find someone there. But I'm not sure. It's a weird town, that one, as far as I know. Really, just one or two really big mansions, and a few small village sort of areas. Anyway, yes, I might even send a. I can't get a message out there to you. If you're heading that way, you'll beat them to it.
Perhaps you can send a message with an owl. You seem to know how to make them now.
If I can make an owl, that's a sterling idea, sir. Sterling idea. Tell you what, though, but yes, take this badge, and if you should run into any of our chapter, by means show them that, and they will be very, very happy to help you. Sure.
Excellent.
Is there anything else I can do for you whilst you're here? Any other business?
There are a number of things that I could suggest, Trig, but I think the others are getting bored.
Fair enough.
So I will shake their hand and
just kind of.
Fair enough.
So I'll shake their hand and bid them goodbye for now.
Okay.
And
what is your plan now? Are you going to be heading straight out to town?
I'm going to meet up with them. Meet up with the party, and we'll just, I guess, decide what our plan is.
So you've got the owl back then?
Yes. A little bit bigger, better, tougher than before.
Well, perhaps we'll find out on the road. Is everyone here ready to leave?
Yeah.
Awesome. Di,
Okay.
you there?
Back to Michael then.
Is Di with us? Is Di?
I don't know.
Oh, hold on. She's sent me a million messages. Oh, okay. Di is not feeling very well either. Just noticed there was a bunch of a couple of DMs from her.
Shall we call it here then?
I
That's
think
fine.
we're probably going to have to, because the next bit is the trip back. Anything that might happen.
This
And
is when things get interesting.
with 2 people down, I don't think we can continue.
Understandable.
Sorry, we have to call that short. And sorry, it did drag on a little bit there. Which I tried to expedite it, but yes, you have run into a new group that may or may not be a recurring theme, depending on how you play it, I guess. So
We've got some towns to go through on the way back. We can maybe bump into a few bandit groups and take some souls, you know.
Maybe meet Klaus again?
well, maybe.
He just so happens to always be in every town we visit.
Indeed. You noticed that, huh?
No, not at all. Right, well, in which case, shall we wrap up?
Let's leave it there. Let me just find the here. There we go. Yes, so I will end the stream at that point. Thank you anyone to watch it. And yes, your hellhound is a bit powerful for hunting rabbits.
Yes, I think maybe next time the call should be fetch.
What was the command you gave it?
Hunt.
Oh dear. I'm guessing there wasn't much left but a pink mist.
He if you notice in chat, he delivered